Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is May the 1st, 2017. This is home of cryptocurrency straight talk, no fancy set or graphics, just information. I do post a new video here every day. You'll notice this is my second video of the day. This is a very special show. We do this every first of the month. It's the Ask Me Anything session, where the people in the chat can ask me anything about Bitcoin, about life, about health regimen, about travel, just about anything. So this is a lot different than my usual shows. So if you're tuning in to learn about Bitcoin specifically, you might not like this show. This show is going to last a long time. My shows are usually around 15 minutes. So check out disruptmeister.com. You can view all my shows there. The links below, you can see my earlier show from today, This Week in Bitcoin, et cetera, et cetera. I just want to get that out of the way. And people asking questions, please put question before your question so I notice it. Don't add too much banter in there, because I'm just going to just read down all the questions. I don't need that many distractions. Sometimes if you put in too much stuff, I can't see all the questions, et cetera, et cetera. I hope you people, everyone in Europe, in Africa, all over the world likes the timing of this. I am currently in Paphos, which is in the lovely country of Cyprus. And I've been here since, Friday now? I'm from Baltimore, Maryland originally. And the last Ask Me Anything, I was in Lisbon, Portugal. So I travel all around. If you need to contact me, you can email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. adam@trezorhelp.com. The link is way below. I am going to be back. I'm going to be in the Cyprus area until the June the 14th. And so I'm available for conferences if you want me to visit your area. I might be in Israel. I might go to Malta. Hopefully here in Cyprus we'll have an event. So seriously, if you're interested in me speaking at your event or meeting me, whatever, email me there. We can work something out with the travel arrangements. And just stay in touch with me. Keep watching these videos. I'm going to give my schedule out more and more. So I will be in London on June 14th and June 15th. If you want to pick me up from the airport, take me to another airport, we'll have an event, seriously, at your house or something, whoever you are. And I already might have someone there to do that. I'm transitioning between airports then. So I'll be back in Baltimore June 15th, obviously, until at least the June 19th. After that, I'll be available for USA tours and Canada. Maybe we might be in Atlantic City, we might be in Boise, might go up to Canada. And then I have to be back in Baltimore on August the 5th. I'm saying all this, I'm getting this out of the way so you know who I am. And if you want to contact me about, speaking at your event, we're going to have some official BitcoinMeister events. It's going to be awesome. I travel all around the world. And if you live anywhere around the world, let's talk, email me. And someone I can already see, there's one question I don't answer. And he already asked it. How old are you? That's the only question I don't answer, because I don't want people stalking me. And there's a lot. I don't want to give away too much information. You already know I'm Adam Meister. You know a lot of things about me. And just guess how old I am, I guess. All right, so we're going to start with the questions now. Let's see, Eduardo. And hello, Eduardo. Good. He's a good Steam guy. Question: will Russ Albrecht ever get out? I feel like they've kept him locked up longer than necessary. I feel so sad for his mom. I feel bad for his mom too. He didn't hurt anyone. I think he'll get out. Yeah. I'm not an expert on his case. I'm not an expert on the legal system. Try to avoid the legal system, people. That's why I tell people, people are going back and forth, trading their Bitcoin, not recording it with taxes. I say just buy and hold your Bitcoin instead of trading it, because the IRS is going to find out if you've been buying and selling Bitcoin a lot, and they might put you in jail one day. I don't know. It's a taxable event when you sell your Bitcoin. And that's not what he did per se. But I'm just saying, you don't want to get involved with the authorities and the legal system. You just don't want to. And it's avoidable. It's avoidable. It really is avoidable here. People complicate their lives. All right. Opinion of cloud mining. Well, you clearly, you might not be familiar with this channel. It is a scam. Cloud mining is a scam. Avoid it. It is short-term thinking people, impulsive people trying to make money quick. And if you've got that mindset, you're going to lose. Think long-term. Just hold your Bitcoin. it will gain dollar value. Don't try to multiply your Bitcoin. They even admit, the cloud mining people admit it isn't profitable. It's a good way to get into mining, they say. Yes, it's cheaper than owning a mining company in China. They don't even lie. Genesis doesn't even lie about that. They tell you the truth. They tell you the truth. So there are all these affiliate codes and stuff involved too. That's part of the market, the multi-level marketing. That's a scam. Don't get involved in anything that's an MLM. Just don't get involved with it. It's that simple. It's just that simple. And if people can't understand that, I don't understand. You have a comprehension problem. You really have, or you're impulsive. You have ADD. I don't know what your problem is if you can't understand that. Why you think it's a good idea to get into a scam like that. Okay, the Higgs, okay. Hello from Germany. Hello, Germany. I just woke up and saw the prices. Yeah, awesome. That's Robert said that. Yeah, it's a great feeling. Isn't it 1450 or whatever it's at? Pretty darn good. Question, do you think LTC will continue to climb? That's a tough one, dude. That's a tough one. I mean, a SegWit is approved. I can't, I just tell people to buy Bitcoin. The other stuff is gambling. I was, bullish on Litecoin leading up to all this stuff. Can it stay, Bitcoin's gaining value so quick. Is everything about to drain back into Bitcoin? I mean, that's another thing to consider now. So a lot of people are like, Adam, once they implement SegWit, will it pop up again? I don't know. I don't know. There's a chance. There's a chance. This is hard to say. If once they start test netting something else for Bitcoin, Lightning Network. I mean, you got to follow. You just got to follow it very closely. That's all I got to say with Litecoin. I mean, and again, if Bitcoin starts going up at a real high rate, it's better to be in Bitcoin. Again, you might be like, oh, well, now Litecoin's worth $20. Well, how about if Bitcoin's worth $3,000? I mean, value your altcoins and what they're worth in Bitcoin, and not what they're worth in dollars. And I can't say if Litecoin is going to get to 0.012 Bitcoin again, right? Was that what it was? Yeah, so it's like around 0.01 now, right? All right, that was a little bit of a ramble. Hello, Adam. Okay. BitcoinMeister, you control F and type question. Yeah, so type question before your questions. Question, when did you first get into Bitcoin? Well, I first learned about it in 2012. I think it was 2012. 2013, I made my first purchase. Hello from Holland. Oh, and I just lost my place. All right. This really, they don't make this easy. They don't make this easy for you here at Google Land, here on YouTube. Okay, there's the one I didn't, yeah. Earn more ETC. Hi from Holland. Okay, so opportunities to earn more ETH and BTC. Well, what do you mean, earn them? Create your own consultancy and charge in Bitcoin. I'm not going to, or this is something you can do. If you're a content creator, post your stuff on Steemit, like I do. I'm BitcoinMeister on Steemit. You earn something called Steem there. Don't buy Steem. Don't buy Steem dollars. Earn them. Then you can sell those for Bitcoin. So if people like your stuff, if people like your content, then you can trade in your Steem for whatever cryptocurrency you want to on Poloniex, let's say. Okay. So that's a way to earn through content. All right. But otherwise, don't get into investment schemes. Don't get into things where you give someone Ethereum or Bitcoin to make more Bitcoin or Ethereum. They're ripping you off. They're going to run away with your cryptocurrency. And just don't fall for it. Question, do you see a problem with the world being divided in those who got a BTC and those who don't? Could civil war start over BTC? No. Anyone can still buy Bitcoin. Even though it's $1,450, you can buy $10 worth of it. You'll have Bitcoin. So those people should be happy. People will be ignorant. People are going to be ignorant about Bitcoin for a long time too. Like, to get to the stage where the whole world even knows about Bitcoin, we're not even close to that yet. We're like the internet in 1990, I don't know, 1994. I have no idea. I've been told different things. Can you tell us about your real estate career and buy a block project? Yes, I can. What was the basic idea? What were the pitfalls and successes, and how profitable was it? All right, so when I was a younger guy in Baltimore, a little bit younger than I am now, I came up with an idea called the Buy a Block Project in Baltimore, and it was to target an area in Baltimore that people were not moving to. They had a bunch of empty houses. Baltimore is filled with empty houses, scary places. I was driving around Callow Avenue in Reservoir Hill, and I was like, wow, these houses are beautiful, 3,000 square feet houses, row houses. When they were built like in 1907, they must have been mansions, just mansions. And now you would turn onto the 2200 block of Callow, and immediately drug dealers would come to your car. Immediately. I mean, I'm not exaggerating this type of stuff. Okay. And I heard a lot of different stories about, I mean, these were hardcore drug dealers too. So if they thought you were weak, they would just rip you off. They would sell you powder and stuff. Okay. And I've been told that. I've been told that by people. I do not buy drugs. I did not like the drug dealers. And so I was like, I would love to live here. I'm a young guy, but I can't do this alone. So why don't I get a group of people together, and we'll call it the Tech Bought Buy a Block Project. Because originally it was going to deal with technology, Technology Baltimore. I just kept the name. So a bunch of us did agree on Linden Avenue in Reservoir Hill, and it was an incredible adventure. I was more of I guess I had more of a liberal leaning back then, maybe more of a statist leaning back then. I definitely evolved. So I tried to get involved in politics. I tried to do it through traditional methods, fight the system. Baltimore's politicians are incredibly corrupt. That you learn a lot. I saw so many drug problems. My house cost me $41,000 back then. Okay. And it was ready to live in. Okay. It was ready to live in. It was over 3,000 square feet. So it was a bad area. In terms of demographics, the neighborhood was 95% black. There was always a little bit of a white presence there that had tried to, there had been attempts at gentrification like in 1976 and 1981, in the 90s, all these different, so a couple older white people would stick around, or middle-aged white people. And it's funny, some black people were so hateful of white people that they would constantly say that gentrification was going on without ever looking at the statistics, that the neighborhood was a 95% black neighborhood. Even after I was there, it was 95% or 94% black neighborhood. I'm talking, just people see a couple white people and they're just like, it's getting white, oh my God. And is that so bad that we paid money for those houses? Let me tell you, black people loved us. The majority of people loved the white people coming here in the neighborhood. They loved, and there was a lot of white people in my group. It was. We in the end of the day, what did we get? On Linden Avenue, how many houses was it? And my good friend Remington Stone, he deserves much of the credit. I mean, he was very much into the financial side of things and dealt with the city, did things I never would have done. So what are we, 14 houses, 15? I blocked some of this stuff out now, how many houses we eventually had on Linden. But it was an experience. It was an experience of my life that I would never change. But by the end, it was over. By the end, I did have to sell. And I did well. But the whole thing, I was telling people, don't go into this to try to make money. We're not investors. We're trying to make this neighborhood better. We're trying to make Baltimore better. I mean, I would talk about how my grandmother went to Druid Hill Park, 70 years ago, and we live, and I saw where the mezuzahs used to be on the front doors of these houses, where Jewish people used to own these houses. Jews like me. There were no Jews left when I got there. I mean, there were a couple. There was a guy, Howard Fink. God bless his soul, Howard Fink. God bless Howard Fink. He's gone now. He's a good man. Anyway, yeah, he stuck around there a long time. And it was a great experience. It was a great experience. I had women. I mean, it was, you should have seen where girls would come. I would take them up to my roof. It was such a party and all the time. But it was time, when it was time to go, it was time to go, definitely. So dealing with Baltimore City is difficult. All right, enough. Do you have a children or a girlfriend? No, I don't. I'm not married. I only will marry a Jewish woman. And unfortunately, as I mentioned in previous videos, I gotta be quiet. Someone's ringing my doorbell. Shh. Hello? Yeah, I gotta be quiet. Yeah, I will. Sorry about that. I was doing a video. I'm so sorry. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm getting too excited here with this. That the neighbors next door. I'm getting too excited. I lower my voice. We gotta lower my They were awake. Don't worry. They just, they're probably about to go to sleep. We have 123 live viewers. Hey, by the way, Crypto Wallet, they gave me this t-shirt, and yeah, the discount codes are below if you want a Bitcoin or any t-shirt and use them to buy your Trezor storage device, et cetera, et cetera. I forgot to say that. So, okay, yeah, no, I don't have any chill. I don't have a girlfriend right now. I've had lots of girlfriends. They weren't Jewish. I probably shouldn't have been doing that. They came to my place in Reservoir Hill. Again, that was a great adventure indeed. Oh God, I'm getting too emotional here. Question: where do you see Litecoin going in 10 days? I don't know. It depends. This Bitcoin thing, I mean, it's probably gonna lose its value in terms of Bitcoin. Do you hold Ethereum on your Trezor too? I do not, because they don't make it easy. You can do it, but there's all these complexities. I hold Bitcoin and Dash on my Trezor. They make that very easy, and Zcash. Hello, Adam. Question: how much Bitcoin do you own? I don't answer that either, dude. You can't say that type of thing. You can't tell people how rich you are, or how poor you are or anything. That's a very bad idea. Glad to be at your show always. What is your opinion of Factum? I don't believe in Factum whatsoever at all. I only believe in Bitcoin, and then I talk about the first tier altcoins, which are Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Dash, and Monero, and maybe Decred one of these days. Decred is very interesting. And when Charlie Lee mentions it, Charlie Lee is a legitimate dude. Okay, question: how do you get that brilliant life philosophy? Well, Doug Casey, I built some of it around Doug Casey. I built a lot of it around real life experiences with real people in Baltimore City. Stefan Molyneux, a little teeny bit. I don't want to give him too much credit. Jayant Bhandari is a great dude, a current dude who's like a modern day Doug Casey. And Jayant Bhandari's been on this channel before. Doug Casey's been on this channel before. You should check out those videos. You should definitely check out those videos. So I guess I became Doug Casey definitely changed my life when I found out about him. I think, I don't want to get it wrong. When did I find out about him? 2012, 2011. I get it confused. I was still in Reservoir Hill at the time. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and a lot of things just came together that started shifting my mind. And so everyone should check out that, what anarchism really is. And yeah, pound that like button. Pound that like button if you like me speaking in this low voice of my neighbors. This is the problem about doing a show at 11 p.m. Again, they were awake, but they're just making sure that I quiet down before they go to sleep. And my voice was very loud. I was getting too excited there. Too excited. You gotta be calm sometimes. I cannot sometimes, I'm spastic. It's too much energy. And I admit it. You can make fun of me for that. It's funny. It's fun to it's fun to poke fun at yourself. You got to be able to poke fun at yourself sometimes. Let me check my notes section right here if there was anything else I meant to say. I mentioned London. I mentioned pounding the like button. All right. And yeah, I use Gemini.com, by the way, for my price quotes now of Bitcoin, because we've got so many different prices out there. I just use Gemini because it's easy. It's American based, and I don't approve of regulation per se, especially in New York City regulation, New York State regulation. But we need a source right now where we can just tell people how much is Bitcoin worth in dollars. All right. So buy and hold, Matt says, yes, buy and hold. That is my philosophy for Bitcoin. So I want to reiterate something with that. I say buy and hold, and then I mentioned the year 2020. So the hardest part of that is actually holding onto your Bitcoin, because people are tempted to invest it in Ponzi schemes and in cloud mining, which are completely jokes. And it shouldn't be hard, but just hold your Bitcoin. But 2020, I mentioned, not because I am going to sell in 2020. People were like, you're going to sell all your Bitcoin in 2020? No, I'm not. I have to give people a long-term goal, and that's not even that long-term. That is the year of the Bitcoin halving, where the miners will produce half as much Bitcoin as they do now. All of us who lived through the 2016 Bitcoin halving know that Bitcoin's price leading up to that halving basically doubled. So people are going to catch wind of this probably in 2019, I would say. There's going to be a lot more media hype. And so the buildup might start a lot earlier. So why not get in now? Why not get it now? So the question people ask is, well, how much should I pay for Bitcoin? Should I pay $14.50 for Bitcoin? Well, how much do you think it's going to be worth in 2020? If you think it's going to be worth more than $14.50 in 2020, then buy some now. Buy some now then. Again, I am not selling all of my Bitcoin in 2020. I want to reiterate that. I'm not selling any Bitcoin until 2020 unless Bitcoin is worth like some insane amount and I can get a quick amount of money for the retirement of my parents. And so that my mother and father, my grandmother, again, I have a 94-year-old grandmother who'll be 95 this year. And it would just be awesome if they could all just celebrate together, like party it up. So before 2020, if there's a huge, unbelievable spike, like if it's $10,000 tomorrow, yeah, I would sell some Bitcoin tomorrow because it's going to drop back down. But that's not going to happen, people. Don't expect crazy things like that to happen. Again, if Bitcoin is $3,000 at the end of this year, I'm not selling anything, dude. Never. Of course not. If Bitcoin is at the end of 2019, it's $3,000. I'm not selling any. I try to keep things conservative. I will be happy in 2020 if Bitcoin is 3,000, 5,000. I don't care. 2,000. And now I'm sounding somewhat contradictory here, I guess. But shoot for 2020, people. And I have more Bitcoin than you do, probably. Okay. We're talking people. Obviously, I have more than 30 Bitcoin. Let's just put it that way. I have more than 30 Bitcoin. A lot of people don't have that many. And so you got to keep it in perspective here. But aim for 2020. Adam is going to have Bitcoin. I'm not doing anything crazy here. And just decide for yourself after the Bitcoin halving of 2020, what do you want to do? If you want to buy or sell, or what you want to do at that point. Just keep that in mind, that Bitcoin halving event of 2020, and study what it means and study what happened in 2016. It's all out there. And Tone Vase talks about it. I have talked about it. Watch our videos. I know a lot of people have questions. I post a new video here every day, and a lot of the answers are already there. All right. Question, okay. How did you become, pound that like button. Okay, would you be open to signing up with TV channel to do a weekly half-an-hour show? Yes, why not? Yeah, I'm willing to partner with just, if you have ideas, email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. Question, would you see Litecoin continue to climb? Again, that's a third person asking me about that. Dude, in terms of Bitcoin, I don't know, man. It's already ramped up quite a bit. Buy Bitcoin. Okay, hold. Question, what is your opinion of the best time to buy Bitcoin? I think I kind of covered that. If you think it's going to be worth more in 2020, buy it now. People were asking me that last week when they thought 1250 was too much. Now it's 1450. Do you think it's going to be worth 2,000? It doesn't make a difference when you buy it at that. Have you considered using Patreon? Yes, I have, and I need to research that more. And hello, Rick. It's good to see you here, Rick. I'm very happy to see you here always. You can have special group chats with people who pay for a monthly fee. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I have to research it more. I am so far behind on everything, people. So far behind. I owe a lot of people emails. There's a lot of research that must be done. I work out a lot. I run. There's a beautiful beach near here. It is unbelievable here, man. It is unbelievable here. Question, is there a slight chance that Satoshi had connections to the CIA government? No, please don't think that way. You're a conspiracy theorist if you get into that mindset, you're never going to be a wealthy person. I'm not even going to answer the rest. You're a nice person. I know you're trying to be nice and everything. Get out of that mindset. Just get out of that mindset. It's not a winner's mindset. Oh God, I just lost my place here. Hang on a second. Where do we go? Sorry, guys. This isn't live TV, someone says. All right. What do we got here? How old are you? Okay. Sorry, guy. You lose questions. No question. Okay, here we go. Hello from Germany, number 2. Question, what with this Fed coin rumor? Again, if the United States government decides to put all the dollars on the blockchain, you don't have to follow their lead. I think it's a complete rumor. I think it's complete BS. I think it's from the same people who like to talk about Satoshi working for the CIA or just insanity like that. If you like that kind of stuff, go to Bix Weir. Like, he's a conspiracy theorist who I totally disagree with on everything. And I think it's completely ridiculous. and it's a complete waste of time. So you can waste your time there. It's a complete waste of time. The people who talk about that, like Bixweir, complete waste of time, and I want nothing to do with those people. Okay, questions. How much Ethereum overpriced in your opinion? Well, I mean, I don't believe in Ethereum. I mean, I think it's got issues. I've talked about how when it goes to proof of stake, it's gonna, there'll be another fork probably. It's gonna cause all sorts of problems. You know, they don't have a cap, but they market themselves very well. Their leader goes all over the world hyping them up. There are a lot of people that want it to be the second Ethereum. So based on these wild markets, it could go higher. It obviously could hit 100. Again, eventually, probably gonna be some bad things that happen to it. I think it can pretty much carry on. You know, maybe they'll put a limit on it one day. Maybe they won't go to because people don't understand proof of work, proof of stake. They just know they can buy it on Coinbase. I mean, that gives them an advantage. Like, I mean, the price might still go up. So the fundamentals behind Ethereum, there's some scary things back there. But as a marketing machine, as a desire to be a second Bitcoin, all these corporate people like it, blindly like it. Hey man, it could keep on pumping for a while. So there's my honest opinion. I mean, and then if you really want a pessimist, you know, listen to Tone Vase, what he says about that. Litecoin okay, that's nice about Litecoin. Question, where do you see Ethereum going as much as infrastructure being built around it? Well, that's a good question. I mean, right now it's being used to fund ICOs a lot. So is someone with technical knowledge, are they gonna really risk another fork and all these uncertainties and build something really important on it? If someone does that, it might end up as another DAO event, and that would hurt Ethereum. It would hurt that person's project too. I mean, I don't know how technically sound it is with all these factors that are uncertain in the future. So again, as its price going up, price probably is going to go up. That's a better bet than like safely building something on it, I think. And I'm not a technical expert, by the way. Someone says they're from Ottawa, Canada. I would like to visit there one day. You're not a big fan of Factum. No, I'm not. I don't believe in it at all. I think it's a joke. Richie Rich says he's late. Hey, Richie Rich. Pound that like button. Yes, pound that like button. Canada is crypto central. Rich, you know what? There's a lot of guys from the Vancouver area that I've interacted with. Gabriel is from there. God, I'm forgetting everybody's name now. I'm not great with names. Hey, thanks for the $5 tip. The person who just sent me $5. You are awesome. I don't know who you are. And you just like popped up on my screen. You are a cool dude. You're probably asking me a question here. I'm going to get to your question. And if I don't get to your question, you can beat me with a bat. So let's make sure I get to this dude's question. It must be down below. We're going to get there. And I see what you look like, by the way. So if no one try to pretend to be him and say, I asked you a $5 question. Okay, Canada. You can buy Steam and earn more than later pull. No, don't buy Steam. Don't buy Steam. Please, I don't tell anyone to buy any cryptocurrency but Bitcoin. I earn fiat money at work. Then use that money to buy Bitcoins. Yes, that's a good idea, Sword. How you doing, Sword? I like you, man. There should be a way to upvote good questions so they get asked for. Yes, there should be. YouTube doesn't care about that. They don't care about this chat thing at all. They don't care about a lot of things. Questions. Is the danger of the BTU hard fork over? Well, I think they might still try to create their own China coin. It's called China coin. But I think, yes, I think it is over. The big thing is you have to ignore their main troll and the guys that troll around them. King of the Trolls is his name. I'm not going to even say his name because he used to be called the Bitcoin Jesus. That's all I'll say. And, you know, us Jews, we don't believe in Jesus. And I don't believe he is the ultimate troll. He is a disgraceful person that he would risk everybody's wealth to bail himself out. So I think that is over. I think everybody realizes that China coin was using him, and I hope he goes away. And I just ignore him. Ignore him, content creators. Just ignore that. Ignore that person. Question, is it advisable to get legal advice before starting up a consultancy site to help people learn about and buy Bitcoin? It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. Depends what country you're in. Is KeepKey, well, let's go back to that question that Martin asked. Legal advice before setting up a consultancy site. You see, if you have a physical site that, and you can't give traditional financial information. You're going to start like giving traditional financial. I don't know, man. Don't get on the wrong side of the government is all I got to say. And, try to keep things as unofficial as possible. That's some other life advice. Now, all these people always want to form these like official nonprofits. Was it 401c3 or whatever it's called? I forgot the name of it. Such a waste. Just, if you want to raise money for someone, give them a Bitcoin address. Tell people to send them money there. That's going to be the new thing. I can't wait until these scam fundraisers are just gone. Is Bitcoin's going to get rid of, cryptocurrency is going to get rid of these official fundraisers, Red Cross. So much is just to pay executives. They should be ashamed of themselves. Just a shame. Making money off of just people in need. I mean, I understand, you got to pay your workers, but some of it's just ridiculous. So yeah, I understand you got to pay your workers. But again, Bitcoin's going to change all that. Is KeepKey good for storage? I believe it is. People have told me it is. I use a Trezor. And you can buy your KeepKey and your Trezor and all the storage devices at cryptohwwallet.com. It's linked to below in the notes section, and the discount codes are below also. So do please check out the notes section below, everyone, if you want special, awesome discounts and to learn about, storage devices. But it's very important to store your Bitcoin. And if you have a lot of altcoins also, not on your computer, not at an exchange, never store on an exchange. I hope my voice is not too quiet, by the way. Please tell me if it is. There's a lot of questions here. It's taken a while. Okay, is KeepKey, instead of thinking BTC equal, okay. Blake, question, what was the price when you bought your first Bitcoin? It was around 600, but then it got a lot cheaper. Sword, Richie Rich, okay. Hello all. I call those places Walking Dead towns. Pretty scary. I don't know what he's referring to. Okay, maybe he's talking about Baltimore. Oh yeah, he's probably talking about Baltimore. Okay, question. If you move your Bitcoin from Coinbase to Trezor, is that a taxable transaction? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. And I don't think the IRS is looking at that right now. But one day they might ask you, prove to me that you moved it. Where is it now? You might have to explain it to them one day. Hopefully they'll understand that stuff one day. But what you're at risk, what the IRS is looking at right now is simply people selling their Bitcoin on Coinbase. That's a big honeypot for them. There's so many people who have bought and sold on Coinbase, on Gemini, and they haven't reported. So it's a huge, huge honeypot, and the IRS doesn't fully understand Bitcoin. So it's going to take them a couple years to get through those. So, dude, if you've been selling your Bitcoin, you better be reporting that stuff. So then eventually hopefully they'll learn that, just moving Bitcoin isn't selling Bitcoin, but you might have to prove that you did move it and did not sell it. But again, Coinbase is really good about banning people who move their Bitcoin to exchanges. So they pretty much know when you're not moving it to an exchange. And they'll probably share all that information with the IRS one day. Somebody asked me, what is the biggest, I don't use that word. It starts with an S-H-I. I don't curse on this. I don't curse when I'm here because there are families watching this. And I don't advise families to watch this show because we're going to talk about subjects of a sexual nature. But the biggest bad coin out there, which is the biggest ripoff coin? I don't know. There's so many. Just look at the third tier. I mean, I remember some guy was talking about Pascal coin. That was a big pump. I mean, I don't know. There's so many, man. Ripple is, okay. Ripple is, I guess, in my opinion, is because people consider it to be really a cryptocurrency. What is it, dude? Like, it's a cryptocurrency from 1990 or something. It's centralized. Why anyone would get into Ripple is beyond my understanding. It's pre-mined. All right. Here's Anmar Kassé. I'm sorry, I don't pronounce your name right. You're from Washington, D.C. You're always around. Thank you. If someone has 100 Bitcoin and let's say by 2020 the price is $10,000 and now they're worth $1 million, How one can sell that, especially with Coinbase only allows 10K sell limited at a week? That's a good question. Their limit might be higher by then. Gemini there's going to be other options by then. You might be able to buy something with your Bitcoin by then. There'll be options. There will be options. I think you're going to be able to use your Bitcoin to buy a lot of things by then. Maybe you'll need a new house. Someone will be willing to take your, if Bitcoin's worth $10,000 by then, people are going to be willing to take your Bitcoin for houses, and they'll probably give you a discount, okay? So it's going to take a long time to sell them. No, it's not going to necessarily take a lot. Let's see how things evolve by 2020. Let's see. Because if they're really worth $10,000 by then, people are going to really want them by then. And they're going to think they're going to be worth $20,000 really soon. And you're probably going to not want to sell your Bitcoin if you're going to think it's going to be worth $20,000 really soon. Okay, Canada. Can you increase? God, I hope I'm not skipping anyone. Kurt says, okay, he just asked on a question from Holland. I have 1,100 subs on YouTube. Do you have any advertising that I can promote on my channel? You mean you want me to promote? You want me to advertise on your channel? Is that what you're asking? Rat2Plan TV, or do you want me to be on your channel? Email me at adam@tresorhelp.com and clarify. I mean, I'm interested in what I don't understand. You're in Holland, so maybe your English isn't the best, or I'm just not understanding it. Buy and sell on GDEX, someone says, okay. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh, live TV. Okay, this must have been when the people were knocking on my door. Adam is so passionate, he's waking the neighbors. Yes, that is true. I wasn't waking them. They weren't asleep yet. And my voice was quite loud. I've lowered my voice now. I love Adam's energy. All right, now he's whispering. Dead. Question. Yeah, I am whispering now. Question. Did you tell the neighbor at the door about Bitcoin? No, I didn't. I just said, hey, I'm sorry. And they were cool. They were really cool. They were in their clothes. They were just preparing probably to go to bed soon. Yes, that's what happens when Bitcoin hits 1450. I'm in an apartment. That is the answer to the question. Someone asked if I was in a house. Now, I'm in an apartment in Paphos, Cyprus. I have a pool view. I can see the ocean. It is beautiful here. Have you considered running a node for Bitcoin or Litecoin? No, I'm not that hardware. I'm not that technical. I don't want to mess with my computer. This is a traveling computer here. But you can do it. What's the ETH price by the end of the year? Your opinion? Would have hit $100 at some point, probably. I don't know what it'll be at the end of the year. At what price did you get into Bitcoin? Yeah, it was 600 some, but then it got cheaper, a lot cheaper. ZCL and LT. Okay. Question. Oh, here's a good one. As an Ashkenazi Jew, how do you think Bitcoin plays into the Zionist bankers, Rothschild's future plans? And do you think they can destroy it if they want to? First of all, you are an ignorant fool. You are an ignorant conspiracy fool. No one controls the world. A Zionist, I am a Zionist. A Zionist is a person that believes the land of Israel is a homeland for the Jewish people. That's all. That the Jews deserve a homeland in the land of Israel. That is what a Zionist is. You are an ignorant fool, okay? You think it's some world conspiracy and you repeat that hateful stuff that is just repeated over and over again by all these ignoramuses out there who are they peddle doom porn. That's all they do. They talk about Rothschilds. They have to blame their lives on someone else, okay? You control your life. A bunch of Jews don't control your life. I don't control your life. When you see Jews in positions of power, do you know why you see Jews in all the positions of power, in lots of positions of powers? Here's another. Do you see a lot of smart people in positions of power? Do you see a lot of smart people in Hollywood? Do you see instead of asking yourself, why are all these Jews in X, Y, and Z, in banking, and this, ask yourselves why smart people are in this. Just replace the word Jew with smart people. Ashkenazi Jews have an average IQ of 110. It is the highest in the world. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you don't like that. It's a fact. There are not many Ashkenazi Jews on this planet. All of us are quite smart. 110 is very high, average. So you're going to see us all over the place. So if you're a person who wants to just question, why are Jews everywhere? Why are they everywhere? It's because we're smart people. We're good at communicating, especially, and listen to Stefan Molyneux about this. He talks about the truth about IQ, okay? You got to learn about IQ, people. Jews have very high verbal IQs. We have terrible IQs when it comes to, not terrible, but average, like to building things, engineering. Like, I know Vincent MGTOW is so great at fixing motors, and I can't do that. I don't have a clue. I couldn't fix a motor. I can't do those things. I can't do those things. We're not good at that, but we have very high verbal IQs. I can just talk and talk and talk to you about so many different subjects, and my mind can go on and on and on. And I'm interested in learning and reading. And we were raised to just try to be the best in school, go to the best colleges, just like, Japanese kids do and Koreans. I mean, it's just something that's I can't explain it, but I can explain this. Why? Don't be paranoid. Don't blame your life on Jews or on Asians or on whoever. You can take charge of your life. You don't have to live it in this prison where you blame it on everyone else but yourself. It's your fault. Your life is your fault. Don't blame it on mystery bankers who you turn into Zionist bankers, Rothschild. There are no Rothschilds anymore. Let me tell you how the Rothschilds started. Back in the day, the Muslims and the Christians wouldn't touch money. They thought it was dirty, filthy. They thought this thing was filthy. They let the Jews handle their money. They let the Jews. So in order to survive, if you were Jewish, you had to be pretty good with this money stuff. So the smarter Jews would survive. They would thrive. And unfortunately, the Jews who weren't smart, they weren't Jews anymore. They died. Who knows? But the IQ started going up of the Jews. And also the Jews have always been into studying the law, the Talmud. And people get confused with what the Talmud is and stuff. They think it's like some crazy mystical, it's a law book. That's why we're so good at law. In order to survive, most you had to be good at Talmud. If you weren't good at law, if you weren't good at studying Jewish texts, you weren't a Jew anymore. You left it. But so the smarter Jews continued. That's how we became so smart. So again, at this point, you can let me tell you, if they tried to persecute us again and they gave us if they made us the garbage men of the world, if all of a sudden Jews could only be garbage men, in a few years, garbage would be incredibly valuable. Garbage would be, it's the IQ level of what's happened here. It's quite amazing what has happened. So it wasn't, and so the Rothschilds became very good at banking. They were a family and they were smart. They spread their people out over different countries, but they don't control the world. They don't exist anymore. There's so many of them, hundreds of them. They don't dictate what George Bush does or what Hillary Clinton does or all this crazy stuff that you think of, that you try to blame everyone on. You blame the Jews for everything. You blame the mystery bankers, the Zionist bankers. So you learn what a Zionist is. A Zionist simply is a person who believes the Jews should have their own homeland in the land of Israel. Most people hate the Jews. Let us go to Israel. Just leave us alone there. Leave us alone there. If you hate us so much, you should be a Zionist also. If you hate Jews, say, yeah, I hate Jews. I want them all to go to Israel. Just go away. That's how it used to be back in the day. But again, everything's got to be blamed. Everybody's economic problems. And you can go on YouTube. Oh, YouTube is filled with this crazy Zionist stuff. The Zionists control the world, can do this. Dude, stop blaming your shortfalls on Jews and understand what a Zionist is. All right, so I rambled on about that one. The club, okay. Question, why maybe Decred and what could make you put them into the tier 1? All right, well, we talked to Decred on this channel. They have a very interesting governance model. They were looked upon highly by Charlie Lee. Governance is going to become kind of a flavor of the month. But if you watch the video, you can see this guy is a good salesman. They're marketing guy. They clearly have somewhat of a marketing plan, which helps a lot, which really helps a lot. That's what's got Dash into the top tier, right? So I'd say marketing, there's some fundamentals, there's some innovativeness. They're going about it in the right way. and there's no guarantee they'll be in the top tier, but they're already in the top 20. They got into the top 10 for a second. We'll see if they get into my top tier. I do list their address below if you want to give me D-cred, if you're into that kind of thing. Adam has to be, I don't know what that says. All right, we have 155 live viewers now. Now you've got to sell the silver. What are your thoughts on precious metals in addition to cryptos? Well, I'm no expert on precious metals. I am really into cryptocurrency. I mean, it's a different, precious metals did not get me into cryptocurrency. A lot of people get into cryptocurrency because of precious metals. So, I mean, if you want to own precious metals, own precious metals. I think there's a much bigger upside in cryptocurrency, much bigger. And I mean, you can't take your precious metals plate. I mean, there's different. I mean, this is cryptocurrency is like the new version of precious metals almost, but like to the 10th power. I sold 80%. What is that? I don't even know what this is. Hey, Adam, do you know Charlie Shrem personally? Nope. Put all those eggs in one basket. Very smart. Okay. Adam, tell them to pound that like button. Pound that like button. Oh, that's Kakra Ditome. I think he might be the one who gave me the $5. That I haven't seen that question yet. You are obvious. Okay, Bitcoin. Remember to put question before your questions. Simply hold forever, never sell. What do you think about PIVX and NAV? PIVX, I don't know. The NAV guys did a good job of reaching out to people. I guess the PIVX guys did too. They're marketing machines, I guess. I don't know much else. NAV, is that the one that, I mean, NAV reach, I mean, they reach out. I mean, hey, they're tooting their own horns. So if you like that, you like that. I don't know much about the technicals right now with those. And again, I only talk about the first tier altcoins really, and Bitcoin. Adam, do you invest in precious metals? No. I sold my gold. Okay, question. What do you think about King of the Trolls argument about core development team being sponsored by traditional financial institutions? What is your take on that? I think that's a conspiracy theory thing. And if you want to not be successful in life, the person who put that out there, the King of the Trolls, he's trying to take advantage of all that conspiracy theory stuff. And no, banks don't control. He's just blaming banks again. People get into this, blame the banks for everything, blame the banks for everything. Adam, tell them to pound that like button. Yes, so yeah, don't blame the banks for everything, people. You can take charge of your life. The banks don't control Blockstream, and I just lost my place. Okay, and Kakara, by the way, his name is Kakara Ditome, and yes, thank you for the donation, and he said, pound that like button. Thanks for all you do, Adam. Thank you, dude. You rock. You rock it. All right, there's never sell again. I lost my place. PIVX and NAV. Precious metals. I sold my gold. Adam, I'll leave that too. Okay. Just broke keyboard pounding, someone said. Thank you, Rich. That was nice. Question, what do you think about, okay, I just answered that. Do you, like me, have a strategy to never sell? Yeah, basically, if there's huge prices and I want to help out with my grandmother and stuff, I mean, I'll sell a little bit. Okay, question, do you recommend my Ether wallet on Trezor? I recommend my Ether wallet. If you're skilled enough to mix it with your Trezor, be my guest. I made a video about storage of cryptocurrency. Again, check out disruptmeister.com. It lists all my videos. It was made in the last 2 weeks. You can see all the advice I gave about storage of your cryptocurrencies. It's a good video. Don't forget, people can't put some money, okay. What should I do with this $25,000? Someone says. I'd buy some Bitcoin, buy some Bitcoin with that, man. Take care of all your debt first. Don't have debt. Don't be wasteful. Again, I mean, people out there are going to Starbucks every day, buying fancy cars, and then they blame everything on the Jews. No, it's your fault if you're buying ridiculous things. It's not the Jews' fault. It's not my fault. Metals have thousands of years of value. You might, okay. Okay, question. What percentage you think BU has right now of being implemented? Of winning? None. I mean, they might still make their own altcoin if they want to. That's cool. If they want to do that, I have no problem with that. Okay. Question, do you see Bitcoin replacing standard national currencies with which people can pay day-to-day expenses, or do you see it simply as a commodity? It's going to replace it in some countries eventually. I mean, like Zimbabwe doesn't have a currency right now, but we're a long way off until it becoming the official currency of a country. For now, it's gold and hold. People are getting into it as a store of value. People who think long-term, who want it to be worth more later. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Use it as savings. People have forgotten what savings, what that's all about. It's your own private bank account. If you don't like banks, then you should like Bitcoin, and you have your own private bank account then. You have no excuse but yourself. Question, a few hours ago, tier 1 alts are all down. Bitcoin is up. Is this the beginning of the alt bubble bursting? I'm going to mention that on tomorrow's show. I was over before this show started at Poloniex. It was unbelievable. All the altcoins are down in terms of Bitcoin suddenly. So clearly there is some money today with Bitcoin doing so well flowing from the altcoins back into Bitcoin. Is this the beginning of the popping of the altcoin bubble? I don't know. But today, it was very interesting. In terms of Bitcoin, these altcoins lost value. In terms of dollars, they probably gained value. So today, at least, some of these top tier altcoins, it's better to be in them than holding dollars, but it's better to be in Bitcoin than holding the altcoins. Anyway, again, I'm a Bitcoin. In the long term, it's going to be better holding Bitcoin long term. I mean, I made a video about how many people plan to hold their altcoins long term? How many people plan to hold their altcoins long term? Seriously, it's a serious question. Especially the third and second tier ones, not many. Hey, Adam, what do you think the relationship between miners and the developers, users will be after the current scaling? Will protocol upgrades always be contentious because of monetary incentive? I think there is going to be a contentious relationship forever. And I think that's a strength of the system. That there should be checks and balances. Andreas Antonopoulos says that a lot. That, it shouldn't be easy to do a change in Bitcoin. It should be hard. There should be arguments. So I think there's always going to be difficulty between every group. It's checks and balances. That's the way it should be. It's a feature, not a bug, as Andreas would say. What exchange choose as European resident? One in Europe, or does it matter? I don't know. I'm not an expert. BTC-E is anonymous. If you like anonymous stuff. I mean, I don't know about wiring money there. Dude, I'm no expert in wiring money. And in order to, buy cryptocurrency, you have to wire money to these somewhat shady exchanges. So I wouldn't do it to a shady exchange. Again, I've used Coinbase. They are totally regulated in the United States. Your bank is hooked up with them. If let's say Wells Fargo. I don't think they actually do use Coinbase anymore. I'm not sure. But let's say Wells Fargo is directly hooked up with, easily send your money over to Coinbase. You want something easy like that, that's trusted. BTCE, you might want to, once you have I don't know. I don't know the European answer, sorry. There's shady things out there, be careful. The thing is, once you wire your money and you trust them somewhat, buy your Bitcoin immediately, get it off the exchange immediately. Don't keep any money or Bitcoin on an exchange for long term. Send it to your Trezor or your storage device that you buy at hwwallet.com. Hey Adam, what is your main income stream? How do you make a living? Well, I have saved a lot of money over time through some things I mentioned earlier. And I live very frugally. I travel all around. I obviously make money from this YouTube. I make there's a lot of odds and ends things that I do out there, consulting, all sorts of interesting things. But again, I have saved a lot of money, and I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. These are all things you need to take in. It's not how much money you make. It's how much money you save. It's how much money you don't waste away. Think of it that way. We're all in this mindset of just spend. Let the government bail us out. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, don't do that. Just save. Be frugal. Think long term. Make some plans. May have some goals. And I set up this living situation where I have some money stashed away, and I know how long I can live off of that money and how much money I have to make. I don't make much money a year at all, dude. Hardly any. I save, man. Dude, I save any way I can. I don't have anything fancy. Question, have you seen any of Cliff High's WebBot forecast? Any opinion on, I think he's a complete joke. I think it's a complete lunacy, some of the things he's predicted. So what? He gets a couple things right about Bitcoin. He doesn't use logic. He says he has some machine telling him the truth. I don't know why so many people are into Cliff High. I think it is because people want easy answers in life. They want easy answers. They want, again, just as people like to blame things on certain people, they want easy answers on the other side. They just want someone to tell them what to do. Give me an easy answer. Oh, wow, you've got a magic machine. Like Cliff High has made all these other predictions about aliens and weird things, and people never pay attention to these guys' wrong predictions that are so crazy. So if you want to learn about Bitcoin and know what it's maybe going to do technically in the future, go to Tone Vays's channel. He does a technical analysis. He doesn't have a magical computer. Use logic and reason when you're trying to make decisions. Don't go to these magical people who have these magical answers based on magical computers. There's nothing easy in life, okay? You're gonna have to make sacrifices in life sometimes too. That's what saving is about. Think long-term. These short-term answers are usually completely wrong. But again, learn, understand. Learn and understand. Cliff High is not about learning. It's about like, it's ridiculous. People just keep asking about that guy. What else do we have? What exchanges? Did I skip a question? What exchanges choose in Europe? Okay, no. Hey, Adam, what is your main? Okay, yeah. Have you heard of Lana Coin? No. Okay, that was the Cliff High question. I think you meant the second Bitcoin. Yeah, I said the second Ethereum. I meant to call the second Bitcoin. Some people want it to be a second Bitcoin. Yeah, I think Ethereum will hit 10 Bitcoin before the plunge. Dude, that's kind of crazy there. No, I don't think that's going to happen. One Ethereum be worth 10 Bitcoin? What? How long can you have Bitcoin on a Trezor? Forever. Ethereum is okay. Understand the market cap that isn't crypto yet. Like, okay. Okay, someone used David Gullen. Can you question, how many years can you keep your Bitcoin? You can keep your Bitcoin as long as possible on a Trezor. Question, have you heard of the self-made fasting expert, Lauren Lockman? Yeah, I heard about Lauren Lockman actually from Tanglewood Wellness Center. He gets people to fast for like 60 days, and he's had a lot of people complain. There was one girl, I saw a video, she lost all her hair. If you're doing fasting, you can do fasting. You don't have to go to some health center in South America and fast for 60 days. You can fast for like 3 days. The effects of intermittent fasting can be felt after like 16 hours, some people say. I fast for 22 hours every single day at least. I fasted 29 hours the other day by accident. I fasted 60 hours when I travel by plane between the United States. I just fasted 60 hours actually. So I try to have one 41-hour fast every month, but they've been going kind of long. I've extended it to 60 hours. This is stuff you can do on your own. Again, you just need discipline, long-term thinking. You don't need to go to some wellness center in South America. But fasting is very good for you. It can be very, and when I say fast, you drink water. You drink water during your fast. But it takes some discipline, obviously. But intermittent fasting is something that I do. I have a very strict health regime. It's kind of wild. Some people think it's crazy. But fasting is good for you. It is good for you. It rests your internal organs. It might make you live longer. I'm not going to know that for, who knows? I might never fully, you don't know how long you're going to live beforehand. Buy the Ledger wallet also. Yes, you can buy the Ledger wallet here at Crypto Wallet, Crypto HW Wallet, link to below, discounts below in the notes section. Factom software looks terrible. Someone says, okay, I don't really care about Factom. What's your Litecoin prediction by the end of 2017? It'll probably still be at least $10 still, I guess. What can someone who is new go find info and read and learn more about on Bitcoin and alts? Well, I mean, I don't want to, there's one site I don't want to say. Just Google Bitcoin. I mean, what's the news site called? CoinDesk has some good guides, I guess. CoinDesk. Watch videos here. I've got a lot. Look at all my video titles. There's some beginner stuff out there. Google stuff on, search for stuff on YouTube also. Hello from North Carolina, hello. Okay, I already answered what did I do for a living. I do nothing for a living. I travel around, I save money. I do, people give me Bitcoin to help set up the Trezor and give them advice on cryptocurrencies. Again, if you want help setting up your Trezor, or if you want a crypto consultation, email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. I'd be happy to set up a session with you, talk one-on-one with you. We can have a session like this for an hour where we can talk and talk and talk, or set up your Trezor, do anything. And yeah, I have a lot of people taking me up on that. It's been a lot of fun. Pound that like button, people. Yes, Adam works hard and is a cool person. Well, thank you. Right on. Okay, thank you. The general consensus is that a hard fork is best avoided and is only, yeah, of course it is. It's, okay, why don't they give BTU free for, I don't know, man. Question, what do you think of Ripple and the fact that 75 banks were, are 75 banks really on board, or did they just mention it? I think Ripple's a joke and it's not really a cryptocurrency. I said that before. So avoid it. I would avoid it at all costs. I, again, only buy Bitcoin is what I tell people. Hi, Adam. I'm a Moroccan dude who's addicted to your videos. Hello, Moroccan dude. Yeah, I remember you saying you were from Morocco before. Cool, Morocco, cool. Holding XRP, okay. I just accept Bitcoin for consulting services. Be a sole, okay. Don't set yourself up giving people investment advice, because when they lose money, they'll sue you for bad advice. Yeah, that's for the legal guy. It's such a, people love to sue, blame everyone but yourself. That's just terrible. If we think in terms of Satoshis, and by the way, I've been frivolously sued before in Baltimore City. That's a story. A politician sued me for libel when I told the truth about the person. I won, by the way. It was awesome. It was a great moment. So I know about frivolous lawsuits. And and this is how corrupt Baltimore is. If we think in terms of Satoshis, and yeah, so what I was doing in Baltimore was like, instead of relying on the government to like say what areas are good, I said, I'm taking initiative. We're going to buy up this block. We're gonna fix this ourselves. But so many people are like, oh, let's let the government rejuvenate this area. That's like a loser's game, dude. Okay, yeah. Do you know we have 31 more halving events that will occur before 2140? Yeah, I do know that. So the halvings occur every 4 years. So 2024, yeah, there's going to be another one. But 2020 is the next one that people should keep in mind. I'm just trying to set some long-term goals that aren't that far away. And I remember I used to tell people it'll be 1,000 in 2020, and yeah, it will be at least 1,000 in 2020. Let's hope for a lot more. Can hardware wallets be used for everyday use for day trading? Don't day trade, dude. Yeah, they can be, I guess. You can go from your Trezor and send the money, send the Bitcoin to your account where you foolishly day trade, like a completely impulsive person, where you will lose. You should keep it at your Trezor. Okay. Tell about Ripple. Okay, people are just talking about Ripple. Ripple, I don't, okay, don't leave coins on exchanges. Yes, do not leave coins on exchanges. What was the best catch-all solution for storing a large variety of altcoins? I don't know. I've heard that the Keep Key stores a lot. Again, right, that's Jasper. Hello, Jasper. Jasper, I know him. He actually spent some time in Zimbabwe. The Trezor is the best for Bitcoin, in my opinion, and the best for Dash, and eventually it's going to incorporate the other ones. So, I mean, I'd stick with the Trezor for now. If you're in a rush, you can get into this Keep Key or the other ones that are listed. All the ones they sell on Crypto Wallet or on Crypto HW Wallet are good. There are only 4 of them. You got to see what currency you have, what altcoin you have now. So all the 4 main ones are good ones. So check them out. I don't know what's best. I have the Trezor. Should we move millibits from Bitcoin? No, it doesn't matter how we denominate Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. People are really bad with making smaller denominations bigger than that. Just call it Bitcoin for now. We'll worry about decimal places later. Changing things is really hard for most people. Tell about Ripple. Why is this person talking about Ripple all the time? Okay. Question, fasting. How many times do you fast and how long? I've been fasting every day for at least 22 hours. I think I've been doing it for at least 20 hours since 2013, since August of 2013. There was one day I flubbed out when I was in Uruguay. So it's been 22 hours for quite some time. So anyway, at least 20 since 2013, but again, 1 monthly fast of at least 41 hours. It's been turning into 60 or 50 hours. Okay, OneCoin equals the biggest scam. Yeah, OneCoin guys got arrested too, I think. I gotta really write up my health regime here. It's very interesting. Someone likes Pepe Cash. Pound that like button, people. We're at 155 users, 156. Spencer ask 100. Okay. Okay. Carlos. BTC. Okay. There's no. You got to write question. Okay. Alex says question. Do you think it's worth holding 2%, 5% Litecoin as a hedge in case Bitcoin never adopts SegWit? If you already have it, that's fine. I wouldn't go out and buy it now, though. And go to the 2% side. 5% seems to be a lot. Question: what do you do when you're in Cyprus? Are you doing business or just, dude? I'm doing what I would do in Baltimore, what I would do in Portugal. I just live my life. I do a video every day, sometimes two, like today. I jog. I work out. I email people, I try to plan things, I talk to family members and friends over email, just like I'm in Baltimore. That's the cool thing about technology. You can live, I live. I'm not on vacation, I'm just living my life. That's my life. I just live it in different cities, different places. And you can do that too. It's not that expensive. You just have to know how to budget and save money and everything. Use Airbnb, make friends, network. So right now, I mean, I'm always trying to plan what the next big adventure is. I want to get into these BitcoinMeister live events and stuff. Question: why do you deny your sexuality? It says, you're so gay, it's off the scale. Honest question. Well, I can see why I look kind of, I appear kind of feminine and stuff. And I guess I'm not, I'm of a regular height, but I'm really skinny. I'm really skinny. I am not attracted to men. I've had sex with quite a few women. So no, I'm not gay. I can say if a man is a good-looking man, I think, but no, I don't want to touch a penis. A penis is a disgusting thing. I mean, I like my penis, like, but I mean, it's like, I don't want stuff going into my mouth or my backside. I'm not gay. So I mean, I can see why you might think I look gay, I appear gay or something, whatever. It's your opinion. Some girls like guys that look kind of gay, or, I mean, I'm skinny. What can I say? I'm skinny. I guess that's gay for some people. I don't know. Okay. Question: is Bitcoin, and that might be a troll who asked that question. We'll get to see if this guy keeps on asking some more questions. We'll see, because you might notice that the troll that's usually, there's one troll who gave me 0.02 Bitcoin once to pay the troll fee, but then he became a troll again. He's not here today. All right, question: Bitcoin only taxable for capital gains if you sell back to fiat? Well, I can't give you tax advice. I've heard otherwise, that if you buy a car with it, you got to report the gains on that too, or the loss or whatever. Ask your tax advisor in the United States, and you might not even be from, your name is Mata, you don't even look like you're from, your name looks like you have a German name, so you have to ask where your country, but if you're in the United States, yeah, ask a tax expert. Always, ask your tax expert. Don't try to do something, get away with something, because in the long run, they're going to find you if you did something wrong in their eyes. Okay. Someone says, my Jewish brother, preach. Yes, I will preach. I will preach. I am not ashamed to be a Jew. That's one of the problems with Jews today. So many secular Jews are ashamed to be Jews, and they should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves to be ashamed to be Jews. They should be very proud to be Jews. It's a great honor to be a Jew. It's a great honor to be hated by the nations. It is great. It is great. Whatever, if you're going to hate me, you're going to hate me. But dude, Jews out there shouldn't be ashamed. If Jews were more hardcore like me, people respect this. People respect this when someone sticks up for themselves. They're the ones that say, oh, let's give some land away. Let's do this. Oh, we're liberal. They gain no respect. They keep losing and losing and losing and losing. I keep winning and winning and winning. All right. All right. the land of Israel do not belong to fake Jews. So now here's a guy that says fake Jews. That's another good one that they like to do. All right. Muslims here, right on, brother. Well, I mean, I like Muslims can be cool. Yeah, what's wrong? I mean, do your religion. Do your religion as long as it's not hurting anyone. Do your religion. Religion in my BitcoinMeister. All right. So here's the questions that must have been coming up when I was talking about religion. I love when you rant. I like when I rant too. Rothschild family is effed up, but not all Zionists. No, they don't exist. They don't. I mean, they're a family. They don't control. Maybe there are Rothschilds out there, okay, that are from that lineage, from the 1600s or whatever. There's many of them. They don't control anything, and then hardly any of them are even Jews anymore. They're all convert. So many people become secular and then just turn to other religions or just whatever. Get off the okay. Oh, come on, Adam. Don't get defend. Okay. Oh, this must be when I was talking about that. Tone Vase is sure that Dash is a scam based on potential problems that will have the development team arrested for printing currency without a license. If so, a license isn't so bad. Well, depends on your perspective, isn't it? When a controversial cryptocurrency has a creator that can be pinned down, that person shouldn't be a United States citizen because they might get in trouble one day. The government can accuse you of a lot of different things. That's why Bitcoin is so cool that it has a anonymous founder. Nationalism is the reason the world is effed. All right, but blame it on nationalism. Great. The world is effed because a lot of whatever. I mean, I like anarchy. I like anarchism. I wish there weren't really nations, but I mean, we have nations. That's the way it is. Come on, Adam. They are Satanists. Oh, who's the Satanist? Tell me who the Satanist. This is what you hear about Jews. This is what you hear about Rothschilds and Zionists. Oh, look at what they do. Oh, they control the world. I see a lot of evil pedophiles in positions of power. You do really, or do you just hear that on the doom porn channels? There are pedophiles out there. Pedophiles are horrible people. Pedophiles are at all ranks of every level. I mean, they're living in the backwoods of West Virginia. You should see how many sex offenders there are in Baltimore City, and they're all poor as anything. They control nothing. Question: what can the average Bitcoin supporter do to help SegWit get activated? Just run your own node, I've been told. I know, just preach the word about segregated witness. Don't promote people like the king of the trolls. I made that mistake. I interviewed him. I made a mistake. I should never have interviewed him on this channel. And if you watch that interview, you'll see some of the things I asked him have now come true. Some of the things people were like, why are you asking him such a question? What's that have to do with it? Well, do you see why I was asking about Jihan Wu, his connections to Jihan Wu, what he thought of Jihan Wu? Now, what do you think of Jihan Wu? Okay, there we go. Satanist stuff again. Very, very mature stuff, guys. Very mature stuff. Adam, don't feed the trolls. No, whatever. They're here. They're the ones boosting up my totals here. I'm getting pennies from them, so whatever. They can be here. Smart, sometimes hardworking, will to sacrifice, focus. That is what is valuable. Yeah, that's valuable. Here's a good one. The Holocaust is a big lie. No way 6 million fake Jews died there. It's a big guilt trip. Yeah, really is. Oh, sure, dude. Again, if you're in that mindset, if you want to believe that, not be successful in life or whatever, believe all this insanity, be my guest. Be my guest. The Germans documented this stuff, okay? They documented it very well. The soldiers coming in from America saw it. The people, I've seen a dude with little numbers on his damn arm, tattooed like an animal, an old man in Baltimore. You tell him it's not real. Actually, you tell his daughter it's not real because he's dead now. He was a slave to the Nazis. They kept him long because he was a big guy, and he almost didn't make it out of there. They wrote the numbers on you like you're an animal. It happened, and the Germans know it happened, and whatever. Everyone knows it happens. Only these ludicrous people like you who are trolls who like to get pleasure out of it. Ooh, look at I hate the Jews. It's all their fault. They control the media. They made up this lie. It never happened. There was no World War II. There was no 9/11. Jews. The Jews were behind everything. Jews. Jews have a lot to fix like all of us. Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, no one's perfect, dude. I didn't say Jews are perfect. I told you how Jews need to fix themselves. Most Jews need to stop being wimps and having people like you dictate the way we think, okay? When people like you, people spout nonsense, instead of just saying, okay, let them say their words. No, we stick up for them ourselves and say what a Zionist is. I am a proud Zionist. I am a Zionist. I am a Zionist. I am a Zionist. Zionism isn't what you think it is, you schmoes. I mean, you guys are jokes that they think it's some world-dominating thing. And what's that fake Russian book that came out or whatever? That's such a popular book. Protocols of the Elders of Zion. You believe that too, don't you, you people? Don't the people who post this nonsense? You believe in forgeries, unbelievable, insanity. Okay, Rothschilds must die. Very nice, Rothschilds. What's that really mean? And again, when people say Zionist, it's a code word for Jews. They're wimps and they can't say Jews most of the times. They just say like, oh, let's say this word Zionist, and then because they know Jews are so many are so wimpy, they're not going to say, well, all Jews should be Zionist. The Jews who aren't Zionists, I'm ashamed of them. I'm ashamed of them. Okay. Wow, you're so smart. Why not just answer my question? Okay. No, I'm an idiot. So I'm not answering it. I don't know what we're talking about. Dude, you adding to the problem. Rothschild family are worth trillions. Oh, they are? No, they're not. Okay, how many people do you think, again, if you want to believe Bix Weir and waste your time on the Bix Weir channels of the world, if you want to talk about Rothschilds, don't be on this channel. We here on the BitcoinMeister channel, we talk about real things. We don't talk about made up conspiracies. We don't go blaming mystery Zionists or Rothschilds or Jews. How many people do you think are trying to crack the #1 richest Bitcoin address for the Bitcoin rich list? Who knows, dude? Probably a lot. Blame my life? What? Yeah, if you have a bad life, don't blame it on other people. Blame it on yourself. Try to take control of your own life. My IQ was 190, so I took drugs to bring it down so I can deal with you people. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Rothschilds own the economy. Yeah, sure they do. Yeah, sure. Adam's right. Jewish people have high IQs and an average IQ is around 100. Yeah, that's true. So again, if a population has a very high IQ, you're going to see them in all sorts of noticeable activities. Okay, I mean that's so when you're going to try to figure out why do Jews have all these jobs, it must be a conspiracy. Is it a conspiracy that people have a high IQ? Is that a conspiracy? No. It's logic that people with high IQs are going to gravitate to jobs that you notice, all right? That you see. They're going to be very noticeable people. And some people are going to say, why do Jews hook each other up? We don't hook each other up. The question is, why do smart people hire smart people? So, I mean, you're trying to hire the best possible person for the job. A lot of the time, it's the smartest person. There are a lot of smart Jews. So Jews are hiring Jews. They're not hiring because there's a lot of hate in the Jewish community. I'm in the Jewish community. There's a lot of jealousy. There's jealousy. Just like in the black community, a lot of blacks hate blacks. A lot of Jews hate Jews. Jews should be loving Jews. I'm sad that Jews don't love Jews. I wish we all loved each other more. But again, there's some hateful Jews out there who are against the land of Israel, who are against Zionism, and I don't like them. Do you agree with Molyneux on circumcision as well as IQ? Well, I agree with Molyneux on IQ. Okay, he's got some good things. He doesn't like circumcision. He thinks and it is proven that if you are circumcised, you will not get as much sexual pleasure as a non-circumcised person. It is a tradition. He's got some points about circumcision. I can see why people would be anti-circumcision. I will leave it at that. I am circumcised. I have no problem with it. If I had a son, I would have him circumcised in the traditional way. So Stefan Molyneux would say I was a child abuser then, I guess, or I was not a peaceful parent. I like a lot of things Stefan has to say about peaceful parenting, though. I really do. Okay, got a thumbs down. Someone says, good, good. Poor Palestine. Oh, there is no such thing as Palestine. Don't know what you're talking about. I mean, there's Jordan. Is that Palestine? I don't know. I mean, there's Arab people that live in the area. I mean, you can ask an Arab, is there a difference between a Jordanian and a Lebanese? They'll say no. I mean, they're just Arabs that live around that area. They gave them some countries, whatever. And then there's some Jews. The Jews have one little country, one little teeny country there. If you got a problem with them having one little country, then okay, whatever. You got a problem. All right. Okay. We do live safely with Jews in Morocco, which is an Islamic North African country. Okay. That's what the guy from Morocco said that. Let's bring it back to Bitcoin. I mean, we can talk about anything. It's Ask Me Anything. Could you compare cryptocurrency to DNA? Have your 4 building blocks, including the very first Bitcoin, then you have Litecoin, Ethereum, and junk mutations. That's a very interesting way of looking at it. That's a very, okay, someone says Zionism is effed up. No, it's not. It's not. It's the simple, Jews have a homeland. That is our homeland in Israel. Everybody else has a homeland. The Jews have a homeland. There's the Wailing Wall. Go there. You'll see the Jews have been there for years and years and years. The Jews, when they don't have their own homeland, are a persecuted minority in Europe. Look what happens to the Jews of Spain of 1492, of the Jews of Eastern Europe around World War, of the pogroms of the late 1800s. People don't like Jews. We're different. We have traditions that people don't like. They just don't like us. They don't like that we're smart. They create conspiracies against us. Why do you want us amongst you? Send them all to Israel. Why don't, so then you obviously believe they should have a homeland. Now, if you don't believe Jews should have a homeland and you don't believe they should live among you, then I guess you believe we should all be dead, which is a lot of you do believe that. So, okay, that's cool. Like, that's not cool, but that's what you think. Synagogue of Satan equals Ashkenazi Jews. So someone says I'm an Ashkenazi Jew, so I'm part of the Synagogue of Satan according to this person. Very interesting. All right. Adam is gonna get broken when Ethereum takes over. Any thoughts on GNO? It seems to be a big pump. What do you think of the value of Litecoin and Ethereum Classic will be by December? I don't know. Ethereum Classic has a better chance of being worth a lot more than it is by then, than Litecoin does. So Ethereum Classic has a better chance of doubling by December than Litecoin, I would say. That's the better speculation. Again, I'm not telling people to invest in these things. Okay, Adam, okay. So people were calling me filth now. That's good. Rothschild, okay. Yeah, Bitcoin. Yes, some people only want to hear about Bitcoin here. I can understand because a lot of people are just cursing at this point. Talk about Bitcoin. Okay, so people are cursing. Bitcoin, please. Yes. Why do you feel the need to put a label on yourself? Well, that I'm a Jew? I'm a Jew. All right. Someone, okay. Someone knocking, okay. Anyone who sends, here's a good one. Anyone that sends this Jew a nickel is a moron. Listen to this fool. Look at this one. I can't even read, like, F you, Zionist scum. Adam, don't answer the trolls. I want to say what they're saying so people see, how insane these people are. It's okay. We got to rant now and again. Love the passion. Thank you. Someone says, I'm Zionist. Good. That's good. They bought Adam to do this talk. More thumbs down. Look at this. I mean, it's amazing. Okay. The devil hates to hear the truth. All right, someone said, look at this. Well, that went bad fast. Yeah, sure it did. Who knows? This is what this stuff is about. People reveal themselves, I guess, in these things. What is the biggest security risk of using Trezor? Well, don't lose your passphrase and don't lose your Trezor. I mean, don't lose both. Is that your passphrase backs up your Trezor? Don't lose both. Don't let someone steal your passphrase. That's it right there. Oh God, I just lost the place. Oh God. Bitcoin Moses equals Adam Meister. That's one. Oh my God. There's so many questions here, but we're gonna get. I've got 150 live viewers. I've lost my place here. I see a human. Someone says. Even prouder to be American. Where are you? Questions? Do you still buy Bitcoins or just hold now? Hang on. Read that. Richie Rich. Anna fast so he can. Okay. God almighty. There's a lot of. Oh my God. So many questions. Gabriel. The hardware. I hope I didn't lose anyone's questions. Sorry, guys. Okay. 1% is better. Okay. So if I lost your question, so now it must 1% is better than 0. Yep. X11, what is your opinion about Decred after your interview? I have a good opinion of Decred after the interview. Again, I was impressed by the guy. I was impressed beforehand. I was impressed that Charlie Lee liked them. So I think they can be a top tier. What do you, okay, go Bitcoin, just, okay, this guy's talking about Jews again. Maybe I should make my own webbot 2.0 and I can make 1 million predictions and charge. That's good. Yeah. Okay, I can make a, okay, in your opinion, is a Ledger Nano S inferior to a Trezor? I've never used it, but if you want to get it at this site that's listed below. I never used it Nano though. Question, why do you think that Steemit and governance-centric coins are the flavor of the month? Wait a second, I never said Steemit was the flavor of the month. I said governance-centric coins are though, which is Decred, because everyone's been mentioning the word governance when they're trying to hype up their altcoin. So many people have, and people are not happy with the governance of Bitcoin. They think that's a weakness, so they're trying to play off of that. What was the difference between Trezor and Ledger Blue? Again, I only have used a Trezor, but if you want the other ones, go here, cryptohwwallet.com, discount code below. Nano, someone says Nano S is not open, so I don't know. I don't want to spread FUD here. I don't know. What is the difference between Trezor? Okay. Remember to put questions, guys. You fasted, it shows. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But we know the BTC price is, again, put questions beforehand. Question, what is your opinion about Decred after your interview? Oh, I answered that. Trezor is open source. Someone says, Spencer Hansen, 60 hours, I'd be hungry. Yeah, some people be hungry. I wasn't hungry. I ran toward the end of it, ran a few miles. So until then, it's a story. Okay, here's a BTC food for thought for every 1,000 ounces of gold in the world. Okay, and do you think First Blood Ethereum token has a greater potential? No, I don't know about it. Okay. Hello. Okay, unsub, July's, very nice. What do you think about classic paper wallet cold storage for Bitcoin? Well, paper wallets, you can't get your Bitcoin off it that easily. I believe in hardware wallets more than paper wallets, but paper wallets are okay. They're better than storing it at an exchange. Okay. Is it possible that private key holding 1 million Bitcoins was lost? It's possible that someone could lose their private key holding 1 million Bitcoins, or I don't know about a specific instance of it happening. Do you like Keep Key cold storage? It sounds great. I have never used it. It does sound great. A lot of people use it. Shane uses it, I know. Keep Key. Okay, ignorant Jew, someone yells out. Okay. Again, I only ask questions, people. There's a lot of people doing statements. Okay. Trevon James and Craig Grant are the clown princes of crypto. Well, they talk about, they basically run cloud mining channels. I'll put it nicely that way. That's what I think. Okay, again, ask questions. Okay, fasting doesn't make you live longer, someone says. All right, I don't know, we'll see. If you're going to day trade altcoins, you need a mentor. Okay, that's interesting. Again, write questions, pound that like button. Yeah, pound that like button, people. How long has this been going on for? God almighty, hour and a half. Oh, Trezor, BTC market. Do you like Kiki? Yes, I like Kiki. I've heard good things. People keep asking the same things. Best cold hardware is Ledger, someone says. I like my Trezor, but you can like your Ledger. You can get them all at this place listed below. Do you fast because of your religion, Adam? Well, I do. My religion, Judaism, you're supposed to fast on Yom Kippur and Tisha B'Av and a few other days, and I fast on all those days. It's very easy for me, but I do this extra fasting because it's good for you. Look up intermittent fasting. Google that. That's what I do. I do intermittent fasting, and I don't eat any bread at all, except on Passover at the Seder. That's the only time of year that so the first Seder, I'll have one piece of matzah. Second Seder, I'll have another piece of matzah. Then the rest of the year, I won't have bread. And till the next Seder. Yeah, hit that like button. Question, do you only drink juice during the day? I drink no juice at all. I only drink water. Water is the only thing I drink. Only thing I drink. Do not drink juice. It's filled with sugars. That's bad for you. I believe Adam fasts for health reasons. Yes, I do. It's healthy. Is it possible to do it? I don't know. That's not the question for me. Is it possible to do it without SegWit? I don't know if that was for me, but Bitcoin could go on without SegWit. It is possible. Gladia coin is a scam. Yes, it is. People keep leaving these Gladia coin comments. Rich cannot be healthy to not eat for 20 hours. No, it's easy, dude. Cavemen back in the day used to hunt for 20 hours and then they'd eat their food, or hunt for 22 hours and eat their food. They wouldn't eat when they were hunting. I mean, people used to go without. We live in such a luxurious time. You don't even realize how luxurious it is that we can eat at any moment. That's not how things used to be. Adam fasts so he can buy more Bitcoin. That's funny. I mean, I spend a lot, the food that I eat the normal amount of food, people, just in a shorter amount of time. I have huge meals. Oh, they're fun. It's fun to have a huge meal, man. Question, do you still buy Bitcoins? I haven't bought Bitcoin for a while. I've earned some Bitcoin. I have a lot. I'm very satisfied with the amount of Bitcoin I have. Remember, I told people to buy the amount of Bitcoin that you want, so you think you're going to have over $1 million one day. So I think the amount of Bitcoin I have will be worth over $1 million one day. So, I mean, I keep on earning Bitcoin and stuff. So I don't like getting paid. I still get paid dollars for some things. I wish. Lana, you can, okay. Remember, question people, Gladia coin people, Adam. People are starting their questions with Adam. That's not a question. Adam, do you know about Lunar? No, I know nothing about it. Question, Adam, are you all in Bitcoin? Well, what does that mean? I do own a few other cryptocurrencies that I've been given and have for various other reasons. But in terms of cryptocurrency, I'm of all the cryptocurrency I own, it's 99% Bitcoin. Someone says they like Jews. That's cool. I like Jews too. I have nothing against gays. 2 of my friends happen to be gay, but I always assumed that BitcoinMeister was gay. Okay, that's an interesting assumption. If you watched the last Ask Me Anything, you would know better than that. We got into some specifics. Okay. Someone's proud to be Irish. Good. Someone's proud to be human. Good. Did you give a family member your Trezor seed in case something happens to you? I discussed some things with a certain family member of mine so that they'd be able to sort of figure things out. I hope I survive. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. No one wants to die young, man. Like anyone will. All right. Adam is the coolest dude in crypto. Cool. Him and Shaka. Yeah, man. Shaka is down, man. He's down with New Jack City. I like Shaka. What is and he was on the This Week in Bitcoin show recently. Can everyone eat some pork? If you want to eat pork, eat pork. I don't eat pork at all. But eating meat is good for a person. I don't find it bad. Question, what is the criteria for altcoin tiers? Hey man, it's my opinion. The first tier, I told you what was my first tier. The other ones, man, second tier are probably the ones that are just listed in the top 20 on CoinMarketCap. And then when you third tier ones are just the ones that just jump all around or totally fluff. I mean, if you don't know what a third tier altcoin is, I don't know what to say. I mean, you can't tell some of these are pump and dumps. They're pump and dumps for the third tier ones. Learn, before you buy any of this stuff, learn about them. Try to get the hang of this. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, third tier altcoins, you shouldn't be owning any altcoins at all. Once you understand what I mean by that, then you'll be educated enough to start buying Bitcoin. Looking into altcoins at that part. I am no techie grandma who wants to buy Bitcoin and hold for grandkids. Wish there was a store where you hand over dollars and get a Bitcoin on a Trezor. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to get. If you're non-technical, it's not easy to get Bitcoin right now. And that's why people wanted the ETF and why it would have pumped up the Bitcoin price. Okay, can I send you some pork chops? No, I won't eat that. I don't eat pork. pound that like button. Yeah. I wonder if Adam's neighbors are thinking there's possibly what the F is happening. Yeah, if they're hearing me, they're not hearing me. I'm being very quiet. GNT is, I don't know GNT. Yo, Adam, like your stuff question. What's your education story? Did you go to university? Yeah, I went to Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri. I graduated, marketing degree, BSBA. So if you know Washington University, I guess you'll understand a few things. I worked hard to get into that school. I don't advise everyone to go to college. Just smart people should go to college. Go to one of the elite universities because you meet a lot of smart people. It's a lot of fun. Guessing it's 3:15 a.m. in Cyprus? No, it is not. It is 12:36 in the morning in Cyprus right now. I started at 11 at night. Now it's 12:30, midnight, whatever. Okay, question, Bitcoin Core or Bitcoin Unlimited? Dude, Bitcoin Core. Come on, no China coin for me. Okay, what is your cheapest Bitcoin price ever bought? In the 200s. There's been enough in the 200s, some 200s, a lot of 200s. What's natural? What's right? Adam Lunier, do you know it? No, I do not know. I do not know it, Edward Wardo. I'm sorry. Someone says 2028. Yeah, that's a halving year. Awesome. I like your style, Adam. Thank you, Andy Anderson. Adam is the best. Thank you, Richie Rich. What is Eyes Wide Shut all about? That's a Tom Cruise movie, right? I don't know. I think Tom Cruise is a good actor, by the way. People just hate on him for some reason because he's a Scientologist, I guess. Bitcoin Moses equals Adam Meister. Funny. King of the Trolls. Someone makes a question. No, he was the one they used to call the Bitcoin Jesus. Question: any predictions? Who will win the Stanley Cup this year? That's always hard. That's hard. I don't know enough about hockey. I don't like the Capitals. I don't like. Even though I'm from Baltimore, I don't really follow hockey. I don't like, a lot of us from Baltimore just don't like the teams from Washington. I've kind of grown out of that a little bit because I think the Nationals, I would love the Nationals and the Orioles to play in the World Series. Love it. And I like Bryce Harper. I think he's an aggressive player. I like that aggressive style of baseball play. People think Bryce is a cocky guy, and maybe he is, but he's a good player. And I love going down to Washington and to watch the Orioles play down there. Every time I've gone, the Orioles have lost in Washington, but there are always a lot of Oriole fans. But going back to hockey, any predictions? Edmonton, maybe. Edmonton Oilers, right? Maybe the Oilers. That's just random, dude. I don't know enough about hockey. That would be cool if Edmonton. They have a really good young player, don't they? That's why I'm saying that. I don't even know his name. Do you have a Dash Master node? No. People have just given me Dash. I hardly know what Dash Masternode is. Who is the king of the trolls? The guy that used to call Bitcoin Jesus. He's the one that's involved with trying to screw Bitcoin over and bail his buddies out and wants to buy coffee. I'm not saying his name. We don't give him attention. All right. IBN documented it with, okay. Do you think Satoshi is a Jew? No, I just envision him as an Asian guy. I am pro SegWit, big fan of Adam, but anyone notice the irony here? Jewish guy calls Bitcoin Jesus a king of the trolls. No, he's not called Bitcoin Jesus anymore. Jesus was a Jew, so I'm calling a Jew the king of the troll. I don't know, dude. Just a thought. It was funny. I mean, I'm not going to call him by his real name because this is about helping Bitcoin. I'm not going to use that guy's real name. I'm just trying to tell people who he was. People call him Bitcoin Judas now. I don't believe in Jesus Christ. I've already told you, Jews don't believe in Jesus Christ. I mean, there might have been a person named Jesus, and I think it's very interesting, but we don't believe that man was the Messiah. And for there to be a son of God is completely like beyond their concept. It's like when you buy, okay, we shouldn't even, when you buy Bitcoin, what is your exchange of choice? I tell people Coinbase if you're an American because it's easy that way. It's just easy that way if you have nothing to hide because they do store all your information. I'm a buy and holder. Because again, if you're going to sell, then yeah, the Coinbase is going to tell the IRS, but that's what you're signing up for. have you done research in black magic practice? I know, I think that's BS. I don't think there's black magic. Might be true. You'd be a great replacement for Larry David. He's a pretty smart dude. He's a good writer. I am Canadian. We love all who are peaceful. We don't care about anything else. Good, peaceful Canadian. Maybe I'll come up to your area. I want to see Calgary. Don't forget the flat earthers. They are nuts. Yeah. Again, the people who believe in the flat earth stuff, the Zionists control the world, it's all one group. It's just, I don't know what to say about these people. They just can't blame. They want to feel like they're the smartest people in the world. They know something that you don't know. They know the truth. All right. Don't feed the trolls. Can you please make an interview with Vitalik? I would like to talk to Vitalik. That would be interesting. I don't know. I'd like to talk to Vitalik on here. I think people, both my ex-grandparents, my ex-girlfriend's grandparents were in concentration camps. Her grandfather actually escaped and joins the resistance, killing Nazis. Well, it's good he killed Nazis. That's very good. Her grandfather was an OG boss man. Awesome. Please stop feeding the troll. Okay. Yes, someone says not all Jews are Zionists. Yeah, unfortunately, not all Jews are Zionists. All Jews should be Zionists, though. Leaving because all this Jewish talk. Okay, bye. It isn't interesting to you. No, I understand. People are asking about it, though. You can leave. Okay. Make love, no war. Okay, yeah. Bro, stop promoting these silly trolls. Again, so I'm just, people should write question before their question here. Not gonna lie. Someone says they thought Satoshi might have been government originated. No. You're paranoid. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. That is true. There are many Zionist Christians out there. And many Zionist atheists. They just believe it's just a simple thing. If you believe Jews should have a homeland in the land of Israel, you're a Zionist. It's nothing shady, dude. It's nothing dark and controlling the world. Jews don't have high IQs. Okay. Ashkenazi Jews don't have a high IQ. They don't have an average of 110 IQ. Oh, okay. You're wrong. Low IQ. Okay. We don't live in a meritocracy. It's effed up. I mean, that's unfortunate. We don't. The people have chosen that. But you know what? You can start your own business, so you don't have to worry about that. So don't work for, most businesses aren't meritocracies anymore. They're not. So start your own business. Don't blame it on the business. Start your own business. Be your own man. Go MGTOW. Price of Bitcoin in Mexico. Thank you. It's a lot. $14.75. To be fair, Adam, he would answer any and all kinds of questions. Yep. So I'm being fair. I'm answering. Adam Meister is a player. I used to be. You have your fun. In the end of the day, it becomes memories. You can say I had sex with all these women and it's just a bunch of memories. What does it all mean in the end of the day? You spent a lot of time going to bars, drinking, poisoning yourself, taking all sorts of risks to say you had sex with a lot of hot women. I mean, what does that really mean? You think about that, really, guys. Think about that. And someone would like to stay away from most of Molyneux's ideas. Yeah, he's a smart guy. He's smarter than I am. He's got a high IQ. And the weird thing about him, though, is it's funny. Like, someone will come on his show and say they have 150 IQ, and he'll believe them. Do you know how rare 150 IQ is? Come on. I don't know why. I don't know if he's just humoring them or whatever. And his little sidekick sometimes be like, wow, that guy has 150 IQ. He's like, why are you blindly believing someone who says they have 150 IQ? You know how rare that is? Again, maybe they're just humoring those people. That I don't like that about the Molyneux show. These people that call in that say they have 150 IQ, and it's so obvious that they don't. A person with 150 IQ, it's like Vitalik, basically. I mean, you'd be just amazed by them. They would seem very socially awkward. They would just seem so way beyond your understanding. They just wouldn't sound right. It's just like a person who has a 60 IQ doesn't sound right to most people. A person with 150, at the other side of the spectrum, is not going to sound right. You're going to be able to pick it up immediately. Think of that. All right. Molyneux is nice to a short extent until you realize he is an opportunist too. Well, he's a capitalist. And I mean, he's trying to make money. He's trying to make money. I know. Jews have no homeland. No, they do actually. It's in Israel. Okay, Satoshi ran away when Gavin went to the CIA. I don't blame Satoshi for that, someone says. Interesting. Kurds don't have a homeland, someone says. Well, currently they don't. They live they're scattered in amongst 3 different countries, I believe. They'll get a homeland, it appears. People don't really care. I mean, people don't pay attention to the Kurds. People love to pay attention to the Jews, though, for some reason. Didn't Palestine steal the land from the Ottoman Empire? There's no Palestine. Philistines. I don't even know what. It was the Jews. The Jews control the land now. It's the Jews' land. Stealing it. Did the Americans steal it from the Native Americans? This is America. The United States is America. It's Americans' land. Oh, God. I mean, what's done is done sometimes, people. What's done is done. Move on. Everyone's got to move on sometimes. Didn't the Ottoman Empire, steal land from the Roman Empire? Sure, I guess. I don't know. There's wars, dude. There are wars. When there are wars, that's it. It ends. Question, is the king of the trolls mentally ill, or is he a wannabe cult leader? That's a good question. I don't think he's mentally ill. I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he's got a big ego. Got a big ego. Oh, man. Just lost. God, sorry. We're talking about pork. I'm sorry. From Brazil, how are you? Someone says. Okay, God, there's so many questions. Oh my God, this is horrible. What are your thoughts on Ripple? Oh my God, people, these questions, we're going to have to end it pretty soon here. It looks like, God, sorry about the delay because there's so many questions. Wow, I'm glad you're all asking questions. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry if I skipped anyone's coin. You shouldn't have to explain your sexuality. Maybe the trolls likes you. Maybe the troll's gay. I don't know. There is some science that shows if you eat less. Okay, yeah. Adam, I thought you were gay, but you're not. Okay, cool. You have the thin body of a runner. I am a runner. I run at least 20 miles a week. Again, Lumiere. No, I don't know about Lumiere. Oh, wait a second. These might be repeat questions. Okay, sorry. Hang on. We're getting back to the questions. Has the best weed in the world. Not gonna lie, but thinking that's okay. Yeah. Oh, we're almost there. Bix is someone says is a homosexual. I don't know what Bix is. What Bix Weir is. Katy Perry, a puppet of the Illuminati. There's no such thing as Illuminati either. Don't believe in that stuff. It's just ridiculous. Again, you're not going to be successful if you get carried away with crazy things like that. Okay. And transmits, okay. Okay, yeah. So yes, someone, okay. There's someone brings up a old tradition that a small sect of Orthodox Jews it's called Brit Apeh, which means breaths of the mouth. And in some of these old European communities, they would cut they would circumcise the baby, and then the person doing circumcision would suck the blood off of the cut. It's not sucking of the penis, it's cleaning the cut. This is not sanitary today. It can transmit herpes to a baby. There are a few sects that still do this. It's not good. It is not something that is in the Bible to do. It was a tradition that was done hundreds of years ago. It is not practiced by mainstream Judaism, not by mainstream Orthodox Judaism, not by any Judaism. There's a small sect that still does the Brit Apeh, bris of the mouth. And no, I do not support that. That is something that people who do that need to rethink and get into the modern world. That's just not, that's a misinterpretation. I don't know where they even got that from. Back in the day, people didn't used to suck penises sexually and stuff, so it wasn't thought of as a sexual practice to take the blood off of a penis with your mouth, but it's just not sanitary. It's just not good. Look, so there. But so I'm just trying to clear up if people try to say that the traditional way Jews do a bris is sucking of a penis. No, that's not true at all. Have you looked into these non-blockchain technologies like IOTA and Byteball? No, I have not. No, I don't know. Question, why is Coinbase dangerous? I never said it's dangerous, but it's better to keep your Bitcoin on a storage device. You know, they're insured, so they're better than, Coinbase is like better than some anonymous exchange. I always say that. Keeping one Bitcoin at Coinbase isn't going to kill you. They have some cold storage options. They have some interesting options, but it's safer to control. You don't own your Bitcoin unless you control the private key, unless you're storing it yourself. So they still control your Bitcoin. You don't really own your Bitcoin when it's at Coinbase. When you come by to Atlanta or North Carolina, so we can go for some fun. Okay, well, you know, if you want me to come to your town, people, you know, let's arrange some transportation. Let's get a sponsor. I have possible sponsors and stuff. I'm serious about visiting your town, people. I will visit your town. We'll talk frankly about all sorts of subjects like this, or just Bitcoin, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. God, I gotta keep my woo. The seed is the easy way to memorize your private key. Okay. Oh God, questions, people. You gotta write questions. Oh God, question. A question. What makes an altcoin a top or second tier? Okay, I've explained it already before. Question in this here. So watch it again. Question. At US dollar amount, will you start selling Bitcoin? I won't start selling Bitcoin before 2020. But again, if it was like worth $100,000 tomorrow, yeah, I'd sell a few, but that's not going to happen. You can get your, okay, I'm only doing questions, guys. If I only see the word question. Is Bitcoin, here's one that follow the rules question. Is Bitcoin and company the end of fiat money? No, it's not. People have to understand the US dollar is not as bad as you might think it is. It's quite loved around the world. It's not going away anytime soon. Travel around and you'll see how powerful the United States of America is. How powerful the Western world is. Okay, again, question. Do you think Bitcoin implementing rootstock will be the end of ETH? No, I don't, but it'll be cool to do rootstock. No. Again, question. How can a non-techie grandma get a BTC and get it in a Trezor? Well, you should go to Coinbase.com. That's the easiest place to buy Bitcoin. And you can contact me at adam@trezorhelp.com, adam@trezorhelp.com. It's spelled Trezor. That's how you spell Trezor, help.com. It's listed below, and I can help you out for a fee. And that's what I do. I help people set up their Trezors. People need help. Adam, get back on track. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Adam from Brazil. I'm fine. Okay. Question. People ask questions. When should I stop buying Bitcoin? No, don't. Again, if you think it's going to be worth more in 2020, keep buying it now, I guess. Hit the pound button, pound that like button, pound that like button. That hit that pound that like button. Oh God, I'm getting tired here. We're like getting close to 2 hours, which is like the record. Remember to use question, people. There's still 125 people watching this. Oh my God, question. What is your training regimen? How much do you run? 20 miles a week. Any strength training? Yeah, I lift weights. I lift weights every single day. Every single day. I probably, because I don't gain enough muscle, maybe because I run. I don't know. I eat so much. I eat like 3,000 calories a day, dude. I mean, but it just goes away. And now it's hot, so it burns. I mean, I burn. When you fast all day, I think it revs up your metabolism. But I do, I do these mountain climbers. I have this whole mountain climbing regime. I do like 6 of these intense floor exercises every day. They take like a few minutes each. I mean, there's some intense stuff I do. Push-ups, they're involved in it, all sorts of stuff. Sit-ups, stretches. I can't explain it all. You'd have to watch me. It would look kind of funny to record it. Question, what do you think of Max Kaiser? I don't think he's very lowly. I don't like him at all. Don't like him at all. think he's a conspiracy dude. I think he blames things on a lot of people. And I don't think he's helpful. I think he's been involved in some questionable altcoin experiences. He's tried to pump up his own max coin. Yeah, I don't know. He believes in a lot of crazy things. I know Tone is not a big fan of his anymore either. What is your okay, sorry. What do you think of Max? Yeah, I'm saying that the person that's name starts with an R is the king of the trolls. He is a troll, dude. He's trolling Bitcoin, man. Oh, God. If you're still in Baltimore, you need to tell my brother Kyle to get on the I'm not in Baltimore. I go back to Baltimore. I am in Cyprus right now, though. I'll be in Cyprus and until June the 14th. I might visit Malta and Israel. And if you're in the region, I'd love to visit you too. Have some events. Again, email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. We can do some events. Question, do you think the Tor team could be targeted by government to stop Bitcoin? No, I don't think so. No, there's like 150 of them. I don't think government cares about Bitcoin. Our government, the United States government, doesn't care that much about Bitcoin right now. To tell you the truth, it's not really on their radar. Not a major thing on the radar right now. It probably will be one day, but okay. Question, will you have the king of the trolls on another interview? No, I won't. I won't give that guy any attention. No, people know I made a video about this. Content creators shouldn't. The reason that China Coin was getting any leverage is because we were all paying attention to these people. We were creating them. We were creating them. If we just ignored them, they would sink into darkness where they are right now. Okay? So we were part of the problem. I blame it on myself. I'm taking responsibility. I was giving these people to, and you know, we just shouldn't have blown them up into big players as much as we did. And you know, you should be worried. You should always be careful. But it just on the SegWit side of things, we should have had a better strategy. We didn't have a good strategy. Oh God. I'm not going to even read that because that wasn't a question. Can you do an interview with Daniel Vogel of Bitso Exchange? If he would, yes, tell him to contact me. Do you like Mexicans? Yeah, there are a lot of nice Mexicans. We might have a Spanish show here on next Saturday. Hopefully we're going to have a Spanish pilot BitcoinMeister show on here that 21 Million Club will be on. He's got a good channel. Check out his channel. He does some Spanish now. How long till Bitcoin will be used by normies? I feel like there's a high barrier to entry. Yeah, there is a high barrier to entry. I don't think normal, regular, non-technical people, not in 2017, not in 2018 probably. I mean, hopefully some entrepreneur out there will make it easy, just like Netscape made the internet easy. Adam, we are all humans. Yeah, we are all humans. I'm not going to even read that. God, again, use the word question. How old are you? I covered that already. The Bitcoin question, do you think the Bitcoin price right now makes it impossible for normies ever to own a full coin? No. 1450? People, you shouldn't be that much in debt. You should be able to save $1,500. If you're not able to do that, I mean, you got to stop wasting your money on stuff. Save money. Then I just lost my place. Just totally lost my place here. God. There's 150 IQ. I'm mech. Okay, good. I found my place. How old are you? Question, do you believe one Bitcoin will be worth 7 figures one day? One day, who knows? I'm not counting on it. I'm not betting on it. Don't bet on it. Think more realistically so that if it does, you'll be really happy. Is IQ a real measure of wisdom or just that you can memorize a bunch of SHI? You know, IQ is a measure, the way I look at it, it is not a measure of wisdom. No, not a measure of wisdom. It's a measure of how strong your brain is, how much information you can plug into it and it can spit back out again. Like after a certain amount, you know, it hurts that you can't do it anymore. You can't think anymore. You can't compute anymore. This is like a computational device. And certain people can just go on and on and on and keep on figuring out more and more complex things. That's what IQ is a measure of. Like, but then when you get into certain of these low IQs, certain people, they don't comprehend. They don't have reading comprehension. They don't comprehend things. And some of us can't grasp that some people do not possess basic reading comprehension skills. And that's really, that's hard for some people to grasp. It's hard for me to grasp, but there are people out there that just don't have reading comprehension. This is because they have a low IQ. Their brains can't do that. So IQ, it can be restrictive. I mean, once you get to that, if you're having 100 IQ, I mean, you can function very normally in society. That's the average, I think. I mean, maybe be lower than that. I think people functioning in society, I mean, you can function with a very low IQ, I think. I don't know. Now we're getting off on a tangent. Okay, the con artist from Puerto Rico calling Stefan Molyneux's show saying that his IQ had 150 IQ. Poliag, that's exactly what I was talking about. That was the example. You have a very good memory. You are a very smart man. From what I can tell, you nailed the example I was talking about on the Stefan Molyneux show. There was a guy who he said he was from Puerto Rico and basically said he had 150 IQ. Basically, Stefan Molyneux's sidekick was like, oh, "You must have 150. You must have 150 IQ. What are you talking about?" The guy didn't have 150 IQ. Again, I mean, the Ethereum founder, he might have 150 IQ. It's so rare. He is a genius. He is a genius. Vitalik. I mean, you can be a hater of Vitalik, but he is a genius. You can tell his head's even shaped kind of weird. He's got a big brain. Again, the bigger I'm not trying to diss him, the bigger your brain, the smarter you usually are. There's studies. I don't know. No expert in that. Okay, someone's bringing up Reddit. Please answer Ripple. Someone said, I already said, I don't like Ripple at all, man. Do you know David Seaman? I do know of David Seaman, actually. David Seaman a year ago, was in our space here. He said Ethereum Classic was a scam. And that was the last I had to do with David Seaman. Good luck to him and whatever crazy things he's into. Because Ethereum Classic is not a scam. People think someone is gay just because they are thin. That's simple-minded. Yeah, well, Poliag, people do think that. That they shouldn't think that. They shouldn't think that. No, just because you're thin doesn't mean you're gay. But we live in the Western world, everyone has become so fat that I guess thin means gay. I don't know. Okay, someone said David Seaman used to play for the Arsenal. I think he's talking about the other David Seaman, not the soccer player. Question, you used to say that 10 Bitcoin makes you part of the Bitcoin elite. Do you still feel that way? Yes, I do still feel that way. I don't think hardly anyone owns 10 Bitcoin. There are so few people on this planet who own 10 Bitcoin because there's so few people on this planet who own 1 Bitcoin. And so many of the trolls and people you see commenting on Bitcoin own no Bitcoin. Keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. Why would you have changed? Okay, now, have you thought about finding a wife on JDate? I have tried, and it was not, and I was not successful. I probably should try harder. And I kind of like, I mean, I want to have a child. I want to have a child one day. I'd like to have a Jewish son. That's what I would like. The wife thing, that's just part of the deal. In order to have wives aren't the greatest things in the world, apparently. I like being single. Adam Meister opening his heart. All right, question. Question, you do well with investments. What area in the world would you most like to live? Well, let me tell you, the United States is a fun place to spend some time. I like spending time in Australia. That was great. I like spending time in New Zealand. That was great. Cyprus is cool. So I can't live just in one place. I like visiting Iceland. I mean, there's a lot of places I couldn't live for a long period of time. I couldn't live in Mozambique for a very long period of time. I have to live in a first world type of situation. That's what I've learned. Doug Casey's into encouraging people to move to the third world. I'm a Jayant Bhandari fan when it comes to that. Again, Jayant Bhandari is great. Check out his stuff. I've interviewed him before. He's a straight up talker. He was born in India. He lives sometime in Singapore, sometime in Vancouver. I do like Canada also. Singapore is interesting. I don't like the humidity. But again, I like first world nations like Australia and high standard of living. I enjoy that, where they speak English. I do enjoy that. I mean, people say, oh, the American lifestyle is so bad. And, being sickly and being spoiled and being fat is bad. Yeah, but having modern inventions and civilization is pretty darn cool. I'll tell you that. Civilization is cool. People want to come to countries like the United States and Australia and Canada and beautiful New Zealand for reasons, and they're good reasons. Pound that like button. We're at 125 viewers still, and I've been doing this for 2 hours. You people are crazy. Will Bitcoin hit 1500s? If so, yeah, it's going to hit $1,500. It'll probably be pretty soon. Adam, where should I keep my Ethereum if not at Coinbase? I only have 75 of them. I linked to that in my article. I have a video. Search, go to disruptmeister.com. It lists all my videos. It's a recent one about Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrency storage. I say where to keep your Ethereum. I think you can keep it at a keep key. That's probably good. But see what I said in that video. I'm getting a little tired here, and I don't want to name the wrong URL. Is the US dollar in a bubble? No, I don't think the US dollar is in a bubble. I'm not bearish. I'm not perma-bearish US dollar. I'm not as down on the US dollar as so many people are in the Bitcoin space. Again, I travel around. I see in Zimbabwe how the US dollar is their currency. I mean, the US dollar is very well respected. You can pull out US dollars anywhere and most people will take them. Okay, someone asked how old I am. We covered that already. This is like a social gathering. Yay, it is. 100 people say oy vey, oy vey. If you have time, can you get to Nottingham when you're in the UK? Hey, Dee Weldon, I owe you an email, and I have been meaning to email you. I would love to meet you. I don't know where Nottingham is in relation to those 2 airports I have to travel in between in London. I don't know. I'm going to email you about your art. Dee Weldon here does some art. Check her out. Check her out, seriously. Just Google her. DIDDYWHELDON. Question, do you think Dash can dethrone Bitcoin? No way. I don't think anything can dethrone Bitcoin. Adam, let's go weightlifting. Bro, train 5x5, go heavy. Yo, man, so I don't go too heavy. That's probably part of my problem, but it's good to lift weights even if they're not heavy, by the way. Lifting weights every day is good. Someone says 100th ball. I don't do marathons at all. I don't believe in running over 20 miles because there's a slight chance, even a healthy person, you damage your heart a little bit and then it repairs itself once you're done a big run of over 20 miles. And there's a slight chance you can drop dead if you run more than 20 miles. And I will not run more than 20 miles, so I will never do a marathon. I used to run a half marathon 3 times a week, though. I'd run 39 miles a week. I can probably still do that. But yeah, I would run 13 miles at a time through the streets of Baltimore. People, all sorts of people, I would run through the ghettos of Baltimore. It's fun as anything, man. People always waving to you. People knew who I was running through those streets. And people know in Baltimore they know me from the political madness that I got in, the tech balt stuff, everything. It's fun. I mean, Baltimore it could be a lot of fun. It could be very dangerous too. And I talked about a danger story in my last Ask Me Anything. Any ideas to earn without significant investment? Currently, I lend. I'm going to stop you right there. Don't lend your Bitcoin. Don't loan. Don't do that. There's no easy ways. Don't give your Bitcoin away. Just buy Bitcoin or go to Steam it and get paid for content. Is Greece still collapsing? I don't know. I haven't been ever to Greece in my life. Another thing, people say how horrible certain area, Cyprus must have been. I'm in Cyprus. It seems like a great place. People live their lives. People say Zimbabwe must be so horrible. They had hyperinflation. Well, they don't have it anymore. And people live their lives. I mean, there's definitely issues there. But, when you hear about these financial calamities, people go on living their lives. They go on. I mean, you can be successful in these countries when there's financial calamities going on. We've had guests on this show from Venezuela talking about how they're doing pretty well in Venezuela right now. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but a lot of people like to blow. You have to visit these countries to really to know what's really going on in these countries. Sometimes it's bad stuff, but it's usually not as bad as you might think. And by the way, again, a lot of people like to vilify the United States for a lot of things, and I'm sure the United States have done bad things, but you can live so comfortably in the United States. It is a pleasure, but it's cool in Australia too, and New Zealand. I'm trying to go back up here. It's not easy, Addison. Questions, what year will fiat paper die? I don't know. It might not die during our lifetimes, people. I don't know. With technology, not soon. Not soon. Not in the next 20, not in the next 10 years. Any idea about how to earn something? Okay, there we go. That's where I was. They use the euro and keep, okay. Thanks for the mention, Adam. Anytime 21 Million Club. Go to 21 Million Club's YouTube page and subscribe to him. Seriously, he makes Bitcoin videos in Spanish and English. Question, what would you consider a sizable BTC stash? 10? That's pretty sizable. You're part of the Bitcoin elite if you have 10. And again, the crazy thing is I have newbies, 2 newbies contacting me. They want to buy 10 Bitcoin right now. That means they want to spend almost $14,000 right now. Isn't that amazing? That's how, Bitcoin is growing, baby. Question, what year will fiat money die? Oh yeah, I answered that. You get clean toilets, someone says. You can clean toilets in America and make $10 to $15 an hour. Yeah, you can. Dude, maids in these third world countries, you pay them $1 a day or something. That's why like Doug Casey likes these places, but that just shows you the opportunity of America. Okay. Question, what are all the reasons you like Bitcoin? Dude, it's changing the world. It's a new, it's just, you can send money across borders so easy. I like that. You can get your wealth out of a nation. You can hide your wealth. You don't need to have because again, if you have your money in a bank, your government can confiscate it. Your wife can confiscate it through the law. If you have your Bitcoin on a Trezor, you control your wealth. And it's not like stashing a bunch of dollar bills underneath your bed. That's what I like about it. It's just so easy. It's so easy, and there's so much opportunity with it. And I don't know, it just reminds me of the internet back in the day. I don't know, I'm getting tired here, so I'm not being very specific, but that you could store all your wealth in this little Trezor, and no one can get it. That's it. And and no one knows what you do with it either. It's your, once you got it, once it's out of the system, it's out of the system. You're not in the system anymore, and you can do whatever you want to do with it. And I'm not saying do whatever you want to do with it, but I'm saying if you've got a bad wife, or you think you're going to get married and it's going to be terrible, don't tell her about your Trezor. Don't tell her about your Bitcoin. She'll never be able to get it. I've never been so bullish about something I've lost so much money to. If someone had purchased some Ripple, where do you recommend saving it? I don't know. You should sell it for Bitcoin immediately. Then save your Bitcoin on your Trezor. Okay, remember my question, people. I think we're getting toward the end. You're awesome, Adam. If we were close friends, I'd want to call you Q-Tip, Jew-Tip, and you'd be my favorite. Much love to you. No offense, Matt. No, it's just funny. I hope you know that. No, I do know that. David Seaman turned me on to you about a year ago. Yeah, that's when I tweeted something out at him because he was saying he loves Ethereum so much, but then he was saying he was selling his Ethereum. And so me as a buy and hold person, I'm like, if you love something like that so much, you hold it. You don't panic sell. And maybe that's how you found out, because he never said my name. He never said my name. He tweeted back out at me. And this is Kensho Watambi is saying that he found, cool, man, you're pretty perceptive. If you remember when I had that small interaction with David Seaman, that's cool. Send me 10 Bitcoin, James Bond says. Hello, James Bond. Did you ever use the Exodus wallet? No, I never did. Yes, Zimbabwe is also using goats now. Yes, Tawanda Kembo said that on my This Week in Bitcoin show. Everyone should watch that show. Didi Weldon said thank you, and you are welcome. Everyone Google her. Again, buy her art, and maybe we'll work out something together. We'll promote her some more. She should get on Steemit. I don't know if she's on Steemit. If you get on Steemit, be my friend on Steemit. I'm BitcoinMeister on Steemit. They are, oh God, I lost my place again. I think we're getting toward the end. Okay, we are getting toward the end. Good job. Question: if most of the US dollars are actually in 01010, is not Bitcoin a better way? Yeah, Bitcoin's a better way. Why do you think Satoshi moving coins will crash their price? Darth Vader has enough. Well, okay, if Satoshi moved his Bitcoin, it would affect the price. It would affect the price. It would not help the price because no one's expecting that to happen. It would create a little bit of uncertainty because then people are like, oh my God, is he going to sell it all? If he's going to sell it all, then there's going to be a lot more on the market than we thought it was going to be on the market. Some people think his Bitcoin will never be on the market. So that kind of adds to the total number of Bitcoin that some people think will be in existence. Some people don't think his Bitcoin really exists anymore, even though it does exist, that it'll just go away forever. In 100 years, if it hasn't moved, then we'll be sure it won't move. But you can see, I think you can see why that would cause some issues. So hopefully he doesn't move, but if he does, then we'll have to live with it. We'll have to live with it. He can do what he wants to do. What is the percentage you travel for business or pleasure? All of it's pleasure, dude. All of it's pleasure. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. I do my business when I'm in different countries or whatever. It's all pleasure. It's just me living. I don't think people grasp that lifestyle. You don't have to have one home. That's what I've been trying to get at, just to not have one home, just to go from place to place and whatever. I do still own a house in Baltimore, though. Yes, I do. Someone says they'll look at Didi's art. That's good. Cool. Question: what is your take on that 21 BTC open mailing list? I don't know what that is. I haven't heard about that. You can lend people you trust. Okay, I will not lend my Bitcoin. Keep your Bitcoins. It's digital gold. Yes, I agree with that. I want 21 Bitcoin. 1/1,000,000th of all would do me fine. Yes, you would be part of the elite. Yes, you would. When will Trollcoin hit $10? Which Trollcoin? Venezuela is very bad now, bro. I've heard different. I have not been to Venezuela. I've not been to Venezuela, but we do have a real guest from Venezuela on the show. Tune in to you could look at disruptmeister.com. You can watch the shows that were about Venezuela. I have a guy on the ground there. Adam, compare Trezor to Ledger. I can't because I don't own a Ledger. Trezor, you can store Dash and Bitcoin and Zcash pretty easily on though. Dash and Bitcoin especially. I don't own any Zcash. I read that owning 10 Bitcoin puts you in the top 2% of the world's Bitcoin owners. I think it's something like that, man. It's elite. It's elite. Trust me. So again, if you end up in the top 10% of Bitcoin holders in the long run, man, you're going to be rich one day probably. In theory, if Bitcoin does what we think it's going to do. Question: if Bitcoin ever hit 10,000, will people still really use US dollars? Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Because it might hit 10,000 in the year 2020, and I don't think there'll be a high Bitcoin adoption level yet by 2020. I mean, there are some smart and there's some rich people out there that are getting into who are first movers who are going to get into this, and it's going to be worth a lot. And there are going to be so many people who are going to be like, I wish I got into it early. It's still early is what I'm trying to say. Do you think, okay, oh God, we're almost done here. If Bitcoin ever, okay, we're almost done. How does the FBI manage to recover Bitcoin anyway? Oh, people make mistakes, basically. They give over their private keys. They don't hack anything. People make foolish mistakes. If everyone had mycelium on the phone, okay, do you think quantum computing can eventually pose a risk to Bitcoin? No. I've heard, and there have been reasons given to me, Bitcoin will advance as quantum computing advances. Bitcoin will become quantum computing compliant. You're the man, Adam, thanks. Question: what happens if Trezor's website ever goes down or gets hacked? That is great. There are other places where you can upload your Trezor to. It's explained on the Trezor website, actually. It is explained on their website. You have nothing to worry about if they go out of business. It's Satoshi Labs is the name of the company that owns Trezor. You go to Satoshi Labs last site or Trezor's website, Go to the frequently asked question. Question, what do you think about the Economist magazine that in 1988 predicted all fiat falling with a one currency to emerge in 2018? It's not going to happen. There's not going to be one world currency in 2018. Not going to happen. There'll be all sorts of currencies, and all the currencies we have now probably all exist in 2018. That's next year. That's in like 6 months. David Simon's videos got me interested in Bitcoin. Cool. I mean, he does. There's some people who I'm not fans of. I mean, Jeff Berwick. I think he's insane. He got me excited about Bitcoin on a certain level. As before, I thought he really lost it, and I learned a lot of different things about him. But whatever, you can learn from people who you don't agree with all the time. If Bitcoin hit 10,000, many would be selling some of their coins. If massively buyer require, okay. See Adam. Bye Alexander V. Hey Alexander V. I got your email, dude. I'm gonna contact you. I'm behind on the emails. We're almost done here. Wait, someone said, oh God. Questions. Remember, put questions, people. We're almost done. Do you think the USA has already bought its share of BTC? Do I think the United States government has? I don't know. I don't think it has. I don't think governments have started secretly buying it yet. I think we'll know. Well, I advise governments to secretly start buying Bitcoin, and the one with the most is going to be a big winner. The U.S. government they probably have some Bitcoin though, because they've confiscated some from drug dealers. They say they've sold it all, but they probably stashed some of it behind. I don't know. Question, if you had to choose just one other coin to stay around with Bitcoin, which would it be? If I had to choose one, I think Monero is interesting because it's anonymous. That's one that I'd like to see stick around. I think this Ethereum technology is very interesting. So I'd like to see Ethereum Classic stick around. And I think they have a plan. Litecoin is good because it's a test net for Bitcoin. I'd like to see that stick around. I mean, having altcoins around is not a bad thing per se. But you asked me a specific question, I gave you an answer. Malta Travel keeps on saying stuff. Malta Travel, I'm trying to do something in Malta, man. I gotta Skype that guy tomorrow. Oh God, I'm so far behind. Question, at what price do you see Bitcoin around 2020 before the halving? Hey man, I try to stay very conservative. I used to tell people it'll be at least 1,000 by 2020. I would be happy if it was 2,500 at 2020, to tell you the truth. It could be as high as 10,000, people say. That's not out of the realm of imagination, 10,000. That would be so great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be so awesome? By 2020, that's not even that far away. So since it's not that far away, I don't want to get my hopes up. I want to take it easy. Hey, Tor from Baltimore is here now. No matter how high Bitcoin goes, I just lost my place with Tor. I'm sure he said something of wisdom though. Tor is a great guy. Oh yeah, he does say something of wisdom. I want to read it. No matter how high Bitcoin goes, people will still use US dollars as long as people accept it. Gresham's law, good money drives out bad. People will use US dollars instead if they have a choice. Well, I mean, yeah, US dollars are a lot better than like Uruguayan pesos and stuff like that. And I love Uruguay, and better than Argentine pesos and better than Chilean pesos or US dollars. So yeah, there's a long way for US dollars to fall. And I don't see it falling. And I love Chile and I love Uruguay. No offense to those countries. I have relatives in Uruguay. Trezor is good stuff. Like that 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, I don't shave much during Passover. There's during the weeks between Passover and Shavuot. There's a tradition. Some don't shave, or you don't shave much between the 7 weeks between Passover and Shavuot, and that's why I call it my Passover beard. Question: why don't Trezor have a pin to turn them on or unlock them? They do. You do have to log into them. They have a PIN number. Berwick is just a dude. I don't know about that. He's got... Anyway, nah. Oh, God, I keep losing my place. It's almost done. We're losing my place because, okay, Jeff is a hottie. Someone says, follow no one here. Hear everything. Okay, we're almost done. Guys calling doesn't actually make them gay if you see someone's hot. Okay, I think we're done. No one, is there any more questions? Any more questions? People are talking, a question, how do the transaction time and fees decrease greatly without the hard fork? Segregated witness solves that. Segregated witness solves that. Question, what is your take on 21BCC? They opened their mailing list or something. I don't know about that. I don't know what that is. Okay, so if I didn't answer your question, ask it now. Question, are you a fan of the Austrian School of Economics? Read Rothschild, Miles, and I've read bits and pieces of stuff that's been posted on the web by all those guys. I think there's logic in the Austrian School of Economics. I think you can learn things from them. They are not inflationary. I like that. I like deflationary people. You need to tell people about it on your show. About what on my show, Malta Travel? About the great country of Malta? The great country of Cyprus? I'm telling them about those things. What do you want me to tell them about? Question. The device does not have a pin itself. The Trezor has a pin. You got to log into it. Berwick looks good. Yeah. That got silly. Okay, question. What happens if your Trezor gets stolen? You have a backup passphrase that you can put onto another Trezor that will have all your Bitcoin on it. You'll be completely reimbursed. Everything will be fine. Question, how do you like your matzahs? Well, I don't really like, I just like matzah plain. I like egg matzah, but I don't eat bread. Bread is very bad for you people. Carbs, avoid carbs, avoid carbs. So I only have 2 pieces of matzah a year. Yo, when I was younger, I loved matzah during Passover. Loved it. And I've always been thin too. So, I mean, it wasn't like the carbs were making me fat, but once you get rid of carbs, those type of carbs, bread type of carbs, all those unhealthy carbs, you're better. You can do all sorts of things. You're healthier on the inside. You don't know when you're getting healthy on the not healthy on the inside sometimes. What articles do you recommend reading to become more informed? Obviously, I gain info from YouTube. Specific articles, go to Tone. I know channels. Tone Bay's channel, Andreas Antonopoulos' channel, Adam Meister's channel. I like Adam Meister's channel. He seems to be a good guy. I heard he's Jewish or something. How often do you buy Bitcoin? I haven't done it for a while. Simple carbs are bad, complex carbs are good for you. Fruit in moderation is good for you. Animal products are bad. No, I disagree with that strongly. Look, do some research. Questions, if it is totally okay to keep, because fat is good for you. Fat is good. Not trans fats though, natural fats. Question, is it okay to keep your hardware wallet around you? Well, it depends how password protected it is. Depends how safe of an area you are in. Depends if you're traveling and you think that someone's going to confiscate it. In the end of the day, you can swallow your Trezor if need be, or you can stick it where the sun don't shine. And lubricate it first, obviously. Adam is a fatty. Also, he's talking about, okay, we're almost done. Your brain runs on glucose, simple sugar. Dude, it can run on fats too. It's what's that? Ketosis. Look it up. Ketosis. Look up low-fat diets, people. I'm not going to get into it. Matzahs are great with honey. I don't know. Mr. Meister, do I speak German? He said it in German, and I don't. I think that's German. Your brain works better on ketones. Yes, it does. That is what people say. And when you go fasting, you go into ketosis. That's another thing about fasting. Again, people have to look this up. This is much too complex for me to explain right now. Okay, 500 crunches per day. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Adam is so cute, says the male dancer. Well, thank you, male dancer. That's very nice. Okay, that's it. If there are no more questions, we will end this now. It has been 2.5 hours, going once, going twice. We still have 125 viewers, which is unbelievable that you want to listen to me for 2 hours and 20 minutes. It is an honor. It is an honor that you really seriously, that you could put up with me talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I will never watch this. I don't watch any of my videos. I can't even listen to myself for 10 minutes. We question. Like the channels and subscribe already. What about websites particularly do you use? What keto acidosis? Dude, I'm losing you here, man. No more questions. That is it. Everybody, remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. The next Ask Me Anything will be June the 1st. We do this every first of the month. Every first of the month. Someone says, hit the beach. Yeah, I ran by there today. It looked awesome. It's beautiful. Oh my God, it looks beautiful. But again, we'll have a new show tomorrow. Pound that like button, people. Pound that like button. I will chat with you guys for a little bit now. Bye-bye.